All right. Hey, gang. Let us know if you can hear us. Okay, yes, we can hear us. Yugopnik was freaking out in the Discord saying there's no sound, but it's delayed by a little bit.
No music. No music. Then the music started and my hype went right the fuck up. Party time, baby. Yeah.
Music is generally such a banger.
I love
It's
it.
always so much fun to listen to.
It's not just because it's ours. It is genuinely the best sound of any podcast that has ever existed.
Agreed.
Which is normal because it's on the best podcast that has ever existed. Which is also the best show that has ever existed. Which says a lot about other shows. But yes,
I've made a boomer relative of mine listen to the intro audio. And he was like, "Oh, this shit's a bop," and he started, vibing to it. I'm like, you know what? When we get with the boomer seal of approval, it's good. But yeah, everybody in the chat, let us know. Excuse me. Let us know if our audios are more or less equal, if we all sound fine, if some of us are too loud or too quiet, etc., etc.
Yeah. It's looking good. Play finish roller. No, I've subjected myself to that long enough. One time is enough. So
I hope that Rollerdrome was a finish roller, but not. Actually,
nobody knows what Rollerdrome is apparently, which sucks. You all are missing out. Go play Rollerdrome. But as of right now, it looks like Battlefield 1 is going to win this poll, which I certainly do not mind playing. It's been a while, so I might be bad, but
it's a beautiful game.
I love. Oh man, it's the best. I think it's the best Battlefield game. I love Bad Company 2, but Battlefield 1, man, was so atmospheric.
It's incredible, but compared to Bad Company 2, come on, just the nostalgia factor should make it undefeatable.
Yeah,
and everything was destroyable, man. Absolutely everything was destroyable.
Yeah, I loved by the end of the matches that all the buildings would just be leveled. You'd just be hiding in rubble and stuff.
No.
Trash Band, I see you voted for Rollerdrome. Good job. Good job.
I've never played any Battlefield.
Oh, they're fun. They're fun.
Yeah, you played it live. You don't need to play the game.
Basically, dude, I was a Medal of Honor kid, which is in a weird,
Medal of Honor was fun.
Dude, the PlayStation 1 Medal of Honor.
Oh my god! But it had that one level at night that was like nightmare-inducing. The one where you need to be quiet. That was so scary to me as like a tiny kid.
Dude, the worst part about it is that it's such a good game, but fucking all the emulators can't run it for some reason. At least PSX Fin is the one I use. That's my preference. But so yeah. But what was I gonna say? Right before the start of the stream, I was having myself a bourgeois cheese platter, which isn't bourgeois at all, because over from where I'm at, that's what fucking farmers eat. Just some salty cheese with some fucking fruits and veggies and shit like that. So that was a nice little snack. But yeah.
I had moussaka with cheese on top, and it was absolutely fucking phenomenal. And I told the guys, you start getting prepared without me. I am incapable of coming exactly on time. I'll only come like 10 minutes before the stream starts. And I wrote it in such a manner that it sounds like, oh my god, this guy is like running across the city. He's late. He had something extremely important to do. Nah, I just needed to enjoy my moussaka in peace. Thank you very much.
Exactly right.
All right, here we go. I'm going to launch Battlefield 1. I forgot I needed to open this friggin' EA app. I hate EA. Just put it in Steam.
Yeah.
Put it in Steam like everything else. Ugh.
No. They want you to have the monopoly fucking access to your credit card details.
Yes.
I was gonna say the Politism, of course, always gracing us with the first donation of every stream. So, that's why we always love you. But he's like obligatory vodka, baby formula, and green tea fund contribution. He sent $5. Thank you very much.
Shucks.
This will go a long way, mostly to baby formula at this point.
Stuff's expensive.
Yeah.
if it can be found anywhere, then
exactly. Honestly.
And the difference between vodka and baby formula, they're basically the same thing when it comes to Yugopnik, right? His vodka is his baby formula.
Absolutely, it feeds my soul when the world around me collapses slowly. Absolutely, I am. It is the baby formula to my brain, which is also the development level of a baby. So that should be self-explanatory.
All right, let's see if I've got this set up right. I'm going to switch inputs here. Oh, nope.
What was I going to say?
Going back to the animation. I need to select. I was an overachiever and put in a bunch of games sources so they don't screw up. Let me turn on Battlefield 1.
Oh, wow. Look how smooth the transition is.
Yeah. Why is it black now? Oh, that's why.
You start fighting. I spoke too early. It's all right. This
There we go.
we're working on it.
Figured it out. Okay.
Nice.
Man, it's been so long. Operations kind of slaps, but I want to do. Let's just do some good old-fashioned conquest base game. And you guys, let me know how the volume is. I've got it turned way down, so if it's too quiet, let me know. It should be basically silent right now, but it gets a little bit louder when I get into the game. So just let me know.
It should be fine. What class do you even play?
I like support.
Usually.
I usually go support. I'm a helpful
Okay.
boy. I like throwing the ammo packs.
Nice.
Yeah.
You are truly a helpful boy.
Yeah. So
anything new, boys?
No, I mean baby, but that's all. It's consumed all of my time basically. If I'm awake, Kelsey and I are working on keeping baby calm and happy. But she's been good so far. She's healthy. She's as happy as a baby can be. I assume. I don't know if they have that kind of capability of understanding.
Denialism hasn't developed yet. But yeah. She hasn't watched your videos yet. That's why.
Yeah, I gotta plug her in.
Yeah, exactly right. Be depressed. Black pill.
I will
like
protect her as long as I can.
I'm imagining the baby sitting in a room surrounded by like 6 massive monitors, like screens, just playing 6 different second thought videos simultaneously, and then a speaker that's like levitating right above the baby's head that's playing the podcast on like 100% volume. How to create the most based human being 101. Oh my God, you're playing as a Turk. Oh Lord, I can't be friends with you anymore.
He may be a Serbian Ottoman.
Yeah. There's no one in here right now at the moment, so I'm just waiting for people to join up. I don't know if they.
Yeah, nobody wants to play like the fucking Ottomans. I mean, it's obvious,
Somebody,
Are you fucking insane?
Somebody in chat check the Battlefield 1 servers on PC. See how
active
they
or
are.
not.
Because if they're not active, I'll just hop out and play something else. But I hope people are on. I might just be in the wrong server. Because I don't know why
they're
people,
pretty active.
Yeah, but people really should not have abandoned Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 2042.
JT, some people are asking you, you don't have any second thoughts on the baby, do you?
I've got control of this stream. I'm gonna put on like Paw Patrol or something. I'm gonna punish all of you.
Dude, I had to watch that shit with my fucking with a younger relative, and it made me want to kill myself.
Wow.
That and fucking Cars. He loves Cars. I don't know why. It's such a garbage fucking movie. And this is the thing. It's like they can sit there and watch the same movie 3 times every single fucking day. Yeah, it's insane.
Have you seen that bizarre Lightning McQueen video? It's just a picture. It's like several pictures of Lightning McQueen. He's like, I don't like the way my skin feels on my body. Do you like the way your skin feels on your body? You don't? Why don't you take it off? Pull off your skin. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Lord.
It's really creepy, some of these things.
This video is brought to you by Curiosity Stream. And they just go into that. Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
What was I gonna say?
But we say the kids are gonna go insane because they're watching this shit. But remember that we watched the fucking Teletubbies. Like at one point, I don't know about your countries, but where I'm from, there was like a craze about how potentially Teletubbies is causing like autism in kids, and everybody lost their fucking mind. And my mom didn't like forbade like Teletubbies on the TV. It was a wild time, super wild time.
They always
super
creep me
creepy,
out.
man. Super creepy.
I never thought they were cute or anything. And that weird fucking vacuum cleaner that comes up and just starts like blowing them.
Oh yeah.
I never fucking liked that.
I was always too rational for it. Like, there's obviously like sweaty fucking fat dudes underneath those fucking costumes. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, this is so pedo-inducing. But now they're bringing it back, but it's apparently all going to be like CGI and shit. Obviously, they got to fucking ruin everything, even the shows that cause autism.
Fucking Sam Niebauer. Dr. Hakim, I have a sweet potato that's developing leaves. Can I still eat it? Don't fucking eat flowering spuds. No, don't do it. Oh man. Actually, I don't know about sweet potatoes, but actual potatoes, no, don't fuck with it. But I was gonna say, boys, I do have a story of sorts.
share.
Not about balls this time. So basically, All right, my bathroom is basically like a prison cell. Basically, it's not even a prison cell. It is like if you were to stretch out your arms like side to side, that's how the length of the fucking place, and it's even narrower than that. I don't know how they physically managed to make a bathroom so fucking small, but they did. To my fucking suffering. So what I did was I have a washing machine in there, right? And I'm like, my kitchen has like 16,000 drawers that I never use. So I'm gonna take out the fucking drawers and put in the washing machine. And very quickly I realized I was out of my depth because I don't know I don't know how plumbing works. So I got a guy who knows what the fuck he's doing. So he was like, yeah, I can do it. So we go, we lift the fucking thing. He disconnects everything. He tears apart my fucking kitchen. He puts the thing in, and then afterwards, like he's like, run a cycle. All right, I run a cycle, and everything's fine. Blah blah. The guy's getting ready to leave, and just as he's leaving the door, I'm like, let me just peek underneath, and it's leaking. Something's fucking leaking.
Of course.
I'm like, oh god. So then I call the guy back in, and we do the thing where we tear it apart again. We move it in, out, all that bullshit. Thankfully, finally, right now, there is no leakage happening.
Good.
But I have very little faith in the engineering of what we did. So you'll be continuously, what's it called?
Updated.
You'll be continuously
Updated on your toilet situation.
Yeah. Keep
Not
an eye on
sometimes
that.
sometimes these plumbers are fucking batshit insane. Like my girl, my mom had a plumber over, and we don't live in the same city, obviously. Had a plumber over, and the plumber came and took out one of the pipes and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come back with the right pipe." And my mom was like, "Okay, it's gonna be 10 minutes, right? Because if any neighbor flushes anything, like his shit is gonna start going into my bathroom." Nah, the dude doesn't show up for 4 hours, doesn't pick up his fucking phone. Thank God there was the plumbing for the shower. It's obviously it flooded the whole toilet. She was like, "Man, I was sitting here for 4 hours just constantly like using a bucket to throw the water into the toilet bowl." So yeah, plumbers of the world. You're not as nice as we thought you were from all the porn that we watched.
Oh my god.
Am I just gonna make a fool of myself and run around with the Martini Henry? I think I am.
Well, are there people playing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
I just had to find
a
a populated server.
Hakeem, if you want to run through the super chat super quick, out of respect to all of the beautiful donos.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna scroll all the way up. All the way up. That's a song, isn't it? All right. Iente02 sends 250 DOP. Thank you very much. He says, let's start this with a hard question. Opinion on anti-actually existing socialism, anti-revisionism like Hojist, and anti-progressive communists. They don't exist. There's like 10 of them, all right? So you don't even take them seriously. There it is. But yeah, there's a deeper analysis there, but this is not the fucking time. DM me. If you're really that curious, DM me. Hold on. Bolshevik Apologist has a very important message for you, JT.
Go on.
He says come.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
I agree completely, actually.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
Yeah, with a full stop at the end, which, by the way, I always thought calling full stops periods, it just weirds me out. I don't know why Americans do it. It's a full stop. It's a full stop to a sentence. Why? I'm not even going to get into it.
So is that just an American thing? Where are these bad guys?
Yeah.
It's just an American.
I've never seen anybody, for any English speaker from any other part of the world that says period.
Interesting.
Hey, maybe other people know. I'm talking specifically about like people who speak English as a second or third language or whatever, not Native American, not Native English. But yeah. That one radicalized Prussian sent $10. Thank you very much.
Continue, sorry.
He says, JT, if you have a PC, you should play Hold Fast Nations at War. There's nothing like charging straight into Prussian cannon and musket fire to Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe or the White.
That sounds amazing.
Sure,
You've sold me. One comment.
All right, Tom2 sent €5. Thank you very much. His JT, your latest video was a banger. Know how the USSR was dissolved, but still a waste of depressing reading about it and seeing footage. Dude, did you see the fucking bread tube garbage?
I saw that it was posted there.
Yeah, and they're like,
what?
They'll be like,
drama, I love it.
Yeah, he's like, the JT's become such a tanky that he's been hanging out with Yugoslavia and Hakeem now.
We are corrupting you. We are corrupting you. Your old friends are angry. Your old friends are angry.
No. What I find funny is like the insult to JT's intelligence. That's like, these aren't opinions that he reached through study.
No.
There's a hive mind. I've been fucking
converted by these dirty foreigners.
I've been putting shrooms in your daily coffee, right? And that's what you've been fucking. Anyways, But yeah, and then the other stupid shit is like, oh, we don't need to fucking, oh, it's a state capitalism. Blah, blah, blah. It's like this motherfucker that can't even define what state capitalism is. Fuck you. Anyways, Mobby Bobby in 5 years. Thank you very much. He says,
Love that name.
He says, when Hassan, when Afghanistan episode. Also, I love you. We all love you too. Afghanistan episode, I would gladly do a deep dive Afghanistan thing. That would be so fun.
That would be cool.
Like the
That would be great.
Hakeem,
but it would be like
education episode, like the Yemen one.
Yeah, look, if let us know in the Discord if people want that shit, and then we'll do it. Why not? When Hassan, that's up to the guy himself. I have no fucking idea. The interest has been telegraphed. All right, Harley Harding sent 4.49 pounds. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, the fucking UK government. Jesus Christ.
Gotcha.
Fucking the lettuce outlasted her. All right. Have you seen the new Call of Duty? The propaganda department went hard this time. Yeah, I remember
It always goes hard, and we get pissed off every year. Like it's every year. We just get reminded on how absolutely in your face it is. But it's always been in your face. So like I don't know what we're surprised with.
Basically, Bada Bing says Hugo dreams about Hakeem in a clown costume.
Ooh, we're getting absolutely wrecked.
All right.
Is this some lore that I'm not informed on?
I don't think so. No.
I don't know. Clown's not really my thing, but Hakeem could pull anything off. So even if I go inside of him and the sound is like honk honk, it would be difficult to be concentrated. But nothing a quick Cialis can't fix.
Exactly right. It goes awooga when you go.
Wooga, wooga.
I have a steak that has a thin layer of mold. Can I still eat it? People, shut up. All
Yes.
right. My name is pronounced E621, so E621 says $20. Thank you very much. He says, I now know the true pain of capitalism after being forced to basically run a whole ass sandwich shop by myself for my first job ever, and I feel guilty for being a quitter. Do not feel no job is worth your health or your the fatigue and all that kind of bullshit. It's never fucking worth it, right? That time is better spent with family, doing things that you enjoy. At the end of the day, this is for subsistence, right? Unless you truly are interested in something and you want to develop like a scientific field or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But don't kill yourself for a job. It's never worth it. Let's see. Baraton sent €5. Thank you very much. He says, congrats, JT. Also, where do you buy your sweaters you wear in your vids? They're neat. I want to do JT cosplay. Parasocial relationships? What's that? Right.
Oh, shucks. Well, thank you. You know what? Honestly, I think all of those sweaters have been gifted to me by my mother over the years. I don't think I've actually bought a single one of those sweaters. I'll have to go look at the tags. I think the two-tone one is Mark Antony. I don't know. I couldn't. Maybe.
Look, critical support for JT's mom. All right, that's right. For comrade JT's mom. Johns Palmer sent $5. Thank you very much. No comment, but they have a very nice picture of a boulder or a hill. I can't tell.
That's a nice boulder. I like that boulder.
Yeah. Talk about trying to fish for a fucking compliment. He's like, what could I say good about him? It's a nice little rock on your photo. Yeah, it's a great rock. I rated 10 rocks out of 10.
Oh. Jason Harrison said $10. Thank you very much. He says, any updates on the Mango Balls? I have not seen Mr. Mango Balls since we have remitted him to what's it called? Fuck.
A ball specialist.
Not a ball specialist. No, to family medicine. Thank you. To a GP basically. So he's living his life there.
Hopefully.
I think he's been drained since. I mean, like you understand what I mean. Oh God.
You think or you know?
Yes, I was the one doing it. Let's see.
How do I? It's been so long.
Oh, Johns Palmer again with the Mr. Great Rock himself, or Mountain or whatever else. Please let me know what the fuck that is. Well, he said another $5. Thank you very much. He says, hey y'all, what are your thoughts on Freedom Road Socialist Organization? Hakeem, enjoy some SM masala and think of me. Okay, thank you very much. I'll definitely have some tea then in that case.
That's a good shot.
Freedom Road Socialist Organization. That sounds very familiar.
FRSO. They, I don't know a ton about them. I know people were getting upset about CPUSA the other day on Twitter. Honestly, I would say reasonably so. The messaging was not good. But FRSO, they've got basically the same stance as far as I know. So it's another one of the big quote unquote big three organizations we have here in the States. There's CPUSA, FRSO, and PSL.
PSL? All right. What about the DSA? The True Vanguards
Oh,
of
true. My
Revolution.
mistake, yes.
And they said something like, why is every third super chat thoughts on this incredibly niche left ideology espoused by the 17th most popular political party in the Chota Nagul Plateau based on misunderstanding in 1992? Yeah, what can we do? People think we have the answers. That one, radicalized Prussian, sent $2. Thank you very much. He says, would y'all ever wear a Budanovka? Thoughts about it?
What is that?
It looks fucking weird. I've never liked it, but I guess it gives us an incredibly original aesthetic.
It's the pointed, like, peaked hat of like the early Soviet era. I've never understood it. It looks like shit, I think, but they liked it. Yeah. Raven G sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, in JT, in one of your latest videos, you said homes are personal property. My friend disagrees and says they're private. Thoughts? Your friend's an idiot. Homes are personal property, yes, unless they're used for social production of some sort, which usually they aren't. So they're personal property. JT has a fantastic video about this, actually detailing exactly the differences between personal, private, and public property.
Hakeem is the best hype man.
Yeah, exactly right.
Ow, ow.
Let's see. Bismarck family sent €5. Thank you very much. He says, Hakeem, how do I test if I have testicular cancer? When I heard it was a thing, I got super scared. Okay, you're mostly.
Oh my god, he's so cute. They're so cute. When I heard it was a thing, I got so scared. Oh my god, my balls, they could have like a lump. Oh my god. It is so sweet.
Feel for your balls. Just feel your balls. If something feels off, go get it checked out, right? Some guy like me is gonna
That's
take
okay,
a look,
man.
right? And then
Oh god, no.
Hey, that's part of the agenda. So come, and some guy like me will take a nice look. All right, we're gonna palpate. We're gonna, possibly percuss.
Oh no.
We don't ever percuss on balls,
Oh
but
god.
yeah. And then we'll make sure that it's all right. No worries. Hakeem would be the ball specialist. Exactly right. When you work in family medicine, you basically become a ball specialist. And men are super comfortable coming to you, and like you don't even close the door to the office, and they already whip the balls out. It's the most incredible thing. I don't think in any other sphere of life could I ever expect another man to expose himself to me at such a with such enthusiasm. Oh man.
But isn't that super interesting? Like showing your dick, that kind of feels intimate, But showing you just your testes,
Just your
I can
balls,
show my testes to anybody. Like I wouldn't even blink twice. My dick, it's kind of weird. But testes, like I don't. It's as if I'm showing my toe. It doesn't feel as personal. Why is that so? That's strange.
Do not ask me.
No, it's all ideology. That's why. But yeah.
Awesome Artist sent $5. Thank you very much. They say, my friend had a classmate who was obsessed with the Cars franchise and tried to do a class project on Lightning McQueen Mpreg. What are your thoughts? I don't know what Mpreg is. I'm assuming impregnation?
That's kind of what it sounds like. I don't know.
Okay. I mean,
let me Google it.
You're the only expert on impregnation here, so maybe you have. All right.
We are getting absolutely right. What am I gonna play?
Oh, that's it.
Oh my god, yes, Mpreg is male pregnancy. So they wrote a thing about where the main character, apparently male, car, is pregnant. So interesting.
Okay.
A pregnant car. How would that work? Would like it go into the trunk?
Don't read into it. Don't read into it. You're just not. You're gonna lose sleep. And don't look at the fucking whatever. Google images will be tame, but Bing images will.
Yeah.
Hold on. Katazina said, "Hi guys, I'm listening to you in the living room, and I can hear that my husband is listening to you in the kitchen while preparing food. Greetings from Poland." That is a lovely,
Very
lovely
wholesome.
little. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I love hearing things like this. Say hi. Let's see. I see. Okay, the last thing was the guy talking about the balls.
As usual.
Yes. People are saying I'm jealous. Hakeem, stop. I'm not gonna do this. Just to preface, this is a joke because some people will take this seriously. But when we do the lives, I will have a ball inspection station, and everybody will be able to come and whip them out.
Yes.
We're not doing that. I'm sorry. But yeah. Let's see. Emery Frenette sent $5 very much. They say, just want you all to know you're beautiful. Thanks for helping me slowly make commies of my housemates as I blast the podcast while I'm cooking dinner. I'm glad I'm glad that you do that, but I hope that they don't get weirded out by the excessive homoeroticism from time to time. Everybody needs
Nah, if they do, fuck them.
Yeah.
Cars is amazing. I'm fucking 20 years old. All right, cool. Andrew DeWitt sent $5 thank you much. Says, Hakeem, I want to learn Arabic as my second language, but I'm overwhelmed with different forms. Is there one that you suggest? Learn MSA. Always start with MSA. It's the base for all the other dialects. Don't start learning like Egyptian or something, because you're not going to be able to understand all the other Arabics afterwards, or you're going to have severe difficulty. Daiziad, or Daizid, sent $5. Thank you very much. They say, where did you find the cyberpunk style mask you got, Nick? Also, does it cover your entire head or just your face?
It covers kind of just your face, and you're supposed to wear a usual ski mask behind it to make the look kind of even more aesthetic. But I order it from this person that makes them relatively custom. So I will not tell you go fuck yourself. Thank you for the $5 because I want to eventually, I don't know, use it if we show our faces or whatever. I can put that on my face, and it's super like off-brand or whatever. What you Gopnik is all of a sudden he's wearing a fucking cyberpunk mask. Like what the fuck? But I don't care. I just feel very comfortable in it, and it's not as weird and larpy as just putting on a ski mask. You know, I'm not about to try to bomb Thatcher, so I wish I could, but no. She died before I got an opportunity, but yeah, it's a cool mask. It was surprisingly not even that expensive to make. Actually, I'll tell you something that happened. So they made the mask for me, right? And they sent it over, and they literally missed the whole country that they're supposed to send it to. So it went back, and then it went back, and they sent it again, and they sent it to me, and I arrived like a long time ago, but they wrote in chat, hey, did it arrive? Can we get a rating? And I was like already pissed off that it took like 3 months for it to arrive. So I just didn't reply. And I guess they thought that it never arrived, and they refunded me all the money like, I don't know, a week ago. And I'm like, fuck yes, thank you very much. It's like a mass producer and shit of like rip off of different gaming franchises or whatever, different aesthetics. So I'm not feeling bad. It's not like an individual that like hand painted the shit. So yeah, I basically got it for free. It feels good. It feels good.
Nepotism at large, using his platform to I'm teasing. Let's see.
We need to talk about merch. So, Chad, if you have any ideas about merch that you'd like,
yes,
sound
that's
off.
actually a great idea. Yeah. Especially if you have like good ideas, go on the subreddit. It's called, I think, r/Deprogram, if I remember right. And then make your comments there or posts or whatever, because we do check the subreddit on occasion. And we are thinking of doing some merch stuff. But we want to hear what you lovely people wanna see or wear or whatever. So yeah, do voice your opinions, please. What was I gonna say? The White Wolf says, sent $5, thank you very much. He says, hi guys, love all your stuff. I have a question for JT. What is your opinion on the PC USA?
Honestly, I don't know much. I've heard there's a little bit of strife between PC USA and CP USA, probably because their names are nearly identical. But that's about the extent of my knowledge. Honestly, I haven't really running away. Haven't really spent much time looking at American orgs because they kind of tend to be disappointing sometimes. But I can do some research and come up with an opinion.
Yeah, why not? I think that would be fruitful for the it's always easier as a person being in the U.S., being an American, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the weird difference between regional and national, all that kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
Hirabu sent €5. Thank you very much. He says, Hakeem, my parents are from Morocco, but I only speak Arabic at a very primitive level. I'm very sad about that. What should I do? Also, congrats to JT. Just start learning. I don't know what to tell you. Speak it as much as you can, because very primitive means that there is some base there that you probably have can build on top of. So just actively speak. Try to do active reading and writing, all that kind of stuff. Try to switch up all the media you consume to Arabic and all that, and then slowly but surely you're gonna pick it up. It's not difficult. But yeah. Sorry, there's a couple other ones.
How am I gonna get out of here?
Jaybird sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, what are your thoughts on Yanis Varoufakis? He's kind of cool, I guess, But I don't like his fucking techno-feudalism nonsense. It's still capitalism. Why are you trying to pretend like it's a new form of socioeconomic organization? He's like, I have a feeling that he does that just to kind of get the public eye, right? But otherwise, yeah, I haven't. His commentary against capitalism is pretty cool. His commentary on China is also pretty neat as well. But more than that, his quote-unquote theoretical contributions, if you can call them that, they're like hit or miss, depending.
Yeah, I'm a fan, but I agree with Hakeem completely. I think he has been in mainstream politics for quite a while, which kind of mellows the soul when it comes to the level of radicalism you want to pursue, because it leads you to a sort of relatively nihilistic path of seeing how every like relatively good thing you want to create gets absolutely crushed. And his career is literally defined by that, when the European Union basically, through financial imperialism, turned Greece into a borderline failed state, where I think at the current moment over 40% of young people are unemployed even. So him trying to change that through a mainstream reformist political path ended up being a massive disappointment. And that usually does two things to people, I guess. It either turns them into a more revolutionary character, or does quite the opposite when you see that the powers that you're fighting against are so massive. You start dealing with the fact in your own way that with the thought that it's not really possible to beat them. And I think that's what mostly contributes to his usage of different terms intentionally, his unwillingness to propose more radical or sometimes solutions that include violence, etc., etc. And it's a consequence of his age and his life. But in general, his contribution from the Balkan perspective to Marxian economics in general, I think, applied to the modern situation, at least in the European Union, is very interesting to see. This guy basically, in my opinion, completely debunked the way that European monetary policy even works in general, because it doesn't work. And the idea that the free market doesn't eventually always, even in so-called social democratic circles, turn to monopoly. That's his basically everything that he was trying to say, but applying it on state levels, where certain states, for example, like Germany, turn into kind of the vacuum of all capital inside of a larger union, which is structure, which in this case is the EU. And Greece, being all the way on the edges of the empire, ends up paying out of its ass, but not necessarily to improve its own life standards, but those of others. And yeah, I think pretty cool guy.
Yeah. All right. Vita Eve sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, if you get Hassan, his name is Hassan, but he pronounces Hassan, which always irritates me. Anyway, so if you get Hassan, on, you'll have someone from each of the major regions of the Ottoman Empire: Anatolia, Balkans, Arabia, and Texas, which is
true.
JT bought a body pillow. We have several suggestions for JT body pillow, so that we'll be doing. Mango ball merch. A fanny pack would be awesome. Merch with balls, please.
Merch with balls. Yeah, that's. Man.
Let's see. Ball merch. All right, we get. I want 2 huge mangoes on my shirt. Okay.
We'll have to make a concession and make one piece of ball merch.
All right, Ushanka with red star, but instead of red star, it's Yugopling's brown starfish. Oh, Jesus Christ! People are
I think I would get arrested for that.
Yeah, honestly.
Crime against humanity taken to the Hague.
Oh my God! Then you can be like that. What's the war criminal? Which is like, I refuse your
Moje tata, zločinac iz rata. My child will be able to sing the song that my dad is a war criminal. Incredible song, by the way. Like literally, 10 out of 10.
All right, Red Rose sent 100 Danish kroner. He says, "Hello, comrades. I'd like to hear your thoughts on Xi Jinping. I've heard you discuss him and the CPC, but I don't think I've heard what you actually think of him. He is a very competent leader. He is an actually meritocratic leader, unlike any of the rest. His family suffered as a result of the Cultural Revolution. He worked as a pig farmer or some shit like early on, and he basically had to crawl his way up from being like a local village, like a council member in a village, and then slowly moved up to like a conglomerate of villages, and then town level, state level, regional level, and then finally national level, all that kind of stuff. And it took decades and a lot of hard work, and he has achieved many good things in his tenure. Especially compared to previous Chinese leaders, he is in a what's it called, a realm of his own, I will say. That doesn't mean you can't criticize certain things, right? But of course, the Chinese government can't be just reduced to Xi Jinping. That's some fucking cringe, great man of history nonsense. But yeah.
Baby politics.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Let's see.
Obviously, his team was paid $60 to say.
No.
Social credit score go up. Chunk. See, if you're listening to this, give us some $60. We would genuinely appreciate it. Chinese propaganda any day, fucking stomping.
Yeah, no, unironically, and then we'll use it to fund the Chattanooga People's Republic. All right, Avri Brazdiakis sent 6 years. Thank you very much. He says, "Hey, it was really surprised to see Constantine Siomen on the podcast. A great episode as well. Even though we might not share views on the game industry, it was a great episode. He's very, very knowledgeable. He's very fun as well. A little bit too doomery in some bits, I think, for my taste. But I guess that's needed for the impetus to start organizations and whatnot." Rodrigo Antunes sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, "Opinions on the phenomenon of Marxist parents creating some of the most neoliberal conservative politicians like Kamala, Pete Buttigieg, and Liz Truss." Most of them are probably trots, and that's most likely why. No, the joking aside is I have no idea. Just because somebody's parents are or claim to have been Marxist doesn't change the fact. And there are plenty of people who claim to be Marxist, but they're either not well read or all that kind of stuff, right? So the term does kind of have to be gate-kept in a way, but what can we do? Danny Yankee sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, I don't know how much the three of you have traveled, but for those of you that have, what is your least favorite place you've traveled to?
Miami.
Oh
my God.
Miami does suck.
Miami sucks so much, man. It has absolutely no fucking soul. It's like nothing like in the fucking films. You have to take a fucking car almost everywhere unless you go to like very specific fucking neighborhoods. It is so fucking human out of my ass. The tiny trains that go up like around the city might look super fucking futuristic, but you cannot fit like 5 guys and their dog in there. It's really not a fan. So yeah, Miami for me. You guys?
That's tough. Miami's up there for me. A lot of Florida is up there for me. I got really sick in the Marshall Islands, so that one will always kind of be an unfortunately negative memory for me. Got food poisoning the last meal I had there, which just figures. But other than that, honestly, yeah.
Just be happy.
Might be Miami.
Dude, just be happy.
Wow,
Be happy.
2-0.
It wasn't Guevara's experience in the Congo. He wrote in a letter. What was it? He's like, he had some meals, and afterwards, for a week, he had such bad diarrhea that he was like, I counted that in one day he had to go 33 times.
Yeah. That's about that's about it. I mean, I was holed up in a hotel room. Oh man, that was the sickest I've ever been. Oof.
What the fuck did you eat, man? Like, what can be
chicken.
that bad?
It was sweet and sour chicken. Yep.
Did they fuck the chicken? Like, why? How can the chicken go that bad?
The sauce wasn't properly. It wasn't cooked at a high enough temperature to kill. It was probably sitting out in warm enough temperature that that kind of stuff. Probably people were also contaminated. Some people may have not washed their hands.
Yeah.
Some of the water that they used to cook may also have been, etc., etc. So yeah, generally, people, when you go to other countries where the food standards aren't as strict, always remember, if fruit or food that has a peel that you can take off is fairly safe. Any food that has a peel that you can eat, you need to cut off, just to be safe. Make sure that everything you eat has been properly cooked at appropriate temperature. The best things usually are stews, because they have to be cooked hot enough. But otherwise, yeah, just be somewhat vigilant with the source. Yeah. All right, Eli sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, "Is it revisionist to not have a crush on Rosa Luxemburg?" I mean, I don't know. She has the femdom letter, so you take a look for yourself. if that you know, if it does something for you, then yeah.
You do your
nah,
brother.
it's not. It's fine. Hold up. Internet user 98 says pod episode with Matt Christman or Bad Empanada someday. I don't know who Matt Christman is.
Matt Christman's one of the Chapo guys.
Oh, all right, cool. I've never seen.
I am big fan of Matt when it comes to his insane ramblings. He has this thing where he talks to the screen for like 1 hour. He does live streaming by himself on the Chapo YouTube channel and Twitch or whatever. He does it week like that. I once a week I fall asleep listening to Matt and his rants. They are absolutely fascinating because he comes to these like wild conclusions sometimes, which are actually very brilliant very often. Absolutely brilliant very often. It's a very brilliant man. But he goes on for so long and his voice is so soothing that it's perfect for falling asleep. And then obviously the next day I re-listen to it properly out of respect to his mind. But yeah, you learn something new about me every day, I guess. And today you learned that once a week I fall asleep listening to this bearded Chapo guy. It's very nice. Sorry. Yeah, please. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like they can be thrown on the list, and then we'll see what we can do. That one radicalized Prussian sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, "How do I help dispel the BS about DPRK in Cuba? I've had friends. I have friends about the media lies, and they agree, but still trust them when it comes to Cuba and DPRK. You just gotta educate yourself, and then try to educate them afterwards. It's a slow and boring process, but that's the only way that works.
Yeah.
Send them a link to the Deprogram. Answer all these questions like that, Hakeem. Literally, like all these questions about my friend, my family member, this, that. Just send them a link."
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no magic bullet. It just depends on the person. Like, one argument will resonate with one person and won't get through to another person at all. So you just gotta, it's trial and error, and it takes time for sure.
Bismarck family sent €5. Thank you very much. He says, "Guys, how would you have prevented the rise of Khrushchev? Curious to see what political tactics and discussion." It's not, again, no great man of history bullshit. There's a particular movement within the party at the time that Khrushchev basically became the head of, and this then came to power on the back of fucking Zhukov's help and whatnot. So how would you have prevented it? Party education, more vigilance, increased democratic participation within the party, etc., etc. We've discussed this at other points. I've also discussed this briefly in my video where I list former socialism's faults and whatnot. So check those out for a deeper discussion. Let's see. Fractal Flux says, "Thank you very much for the $5 Canadian." He says, "Ever had the pleasure of fondling any mini brand ball toys? Possibly unboxing vid / Hakeem hand reel. They're epitome of late stage capitalism." I don't know what mini brands ball. You know what? I'm gonna look this up.
Oh boy.
And I'll see. Okay. Live Hakeem reaction to mini brands ball toys.
Yes, I'm curious as well now.
Okay, what am I looking at? Is this a kid's toy? It has like a mini like Louis Vuitton bag and like a small plastic dog, and like a spam can, like a can of spam. What is this? What the fuck am I looking at? It opens up like an orange or like a tangerine, and it has like 5 surprise mini brand series 3 mystery capsule real miniature. Okay, I don't know what the fuck this is.
I guess there's mini versions of everything. Basically,
I guess, yeah.
Kind of weirdly, but no, it's kind of weirdly brilliant. Look at how cute it is. There's like a tiny glass, and then there's like a super tiny bottle of ketchup. It's weird. I don't know.
Do they actually have anything in them? Is it like candy or actual spam in that can, or?
I don't know. I think it's just the vibe. It's just the aesthetic. Right, I doubt they would. You know how difficult it would be to like make the food in a tiny version, then put it in like a mini roast, like a whole fucking sheep comes out of that motherfucker.
Oh my god. Yeah, you can get 2 milliliters of fucking soy sauce. I don't know, low sodium soy sauce. Yes. Um, hold on. Let's see. Jaybird sent that final thing very much. Says, any thoughts on the Socialist Rifle Association? They're pretty cool from what I've seen, but there's also a lot of like lip cringe in them.
Yep.
I've seen from their like subreddit and whatnot, and it's a lot of like anarchist light, nobody who's read theory, who's just kind of loosely progressive, but still like, oh no, the USSR is the evil man, and fucking yeah, this kind of cringe. So yeah, but otherwise, hey, people should be armed, so they're a net positive, I would say. But they do need to read. People who are like as an organization, they need to also teach people to actively read, right? As what's his name? Sankara said, and I'll extend it. He said any soldier without an ideological education is a possible criminal. I would extend it to anybody who's armed without ideological education is a possible criminal. So, but yeah, Hakeem Fallen sounds like my parents right now. Yes, because I am your dad. But yeah, let's see.
Still looking for the cigarettes.
Exactly right. Yeah, I escaped and I joined these two guys, and this is how I'm gonna talk to you from now on. Your mother's not getting the money. All right. I'm teasing, obviously. Hakeem also sounds like my grandfather sometimes, unironically. Hey, I'm an old soul. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Shidar Biju sends 40, I think, rupees. Thank you very much. He says, your guys' opinion on communism in Kerala. Pretty cool, but also they're more like social democrat from what I've seen. But they have the aesthetics down pat, which is neat. I remember in Black Shirts and Reds, there's a neat little like bit on it. So that's what I would recommend. Okay. I'd pay my lung to hear Professor Hakeem episode on the shortcomings and success of socialist Somalia. Yeah, sure. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll talk about that. All right, let's see. And sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, I hope we get to see more political or community organizers on the pod. Would be a great perspective that's been missing so far. Lost salam to you all. I think that would be very neat. So if you know people, do recommend, please.
Oh, heck.
I don't know what it is, but Hakeem seems so old. Thank you, guys.
You're getting wrecked.
Yeah, I'm literally the youngest of the other guys for sure. Oh my god. Nah, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Hakeem
the
has
vibes,
seen
it's the
things that
vibes.
we will never see.
I have boomer light. What's it called?
Energy.
Characteristics. I don't. Yeah. What's any thoughts on Catholic doctrine of liberation? The movement, the mixed revolution, markets the Catholic doctrine now. They represented by Pope Francis. I wouldn't say it's being represented by Pope Francis. There is liberation theology that exists, and that was developed by like the in Nicaragua, for example. But yeah, no particular thoughts on it. Any sort of like progressive drive, particularly on the economic sphere, is always good to see. Let's see. Xan Meads at $5. Thank you very much. He says, how do we make international solidarity more than just left versions of thoughts and prayers? Call me bake sales. Would love a full episode on this. I actually made an entire video about this. It's titled Revolution How-To Guide, if I remember right.
Great video.
And I have an entire. Oh, thank you, Habibi. I have an entire little segment there that just kind of goes into this. Let's see. Hakeem Baba and his hatred of parrots and affinity for tea. You know what? Like, okay, I hate one parrot because I only have seen one parrot. But yes, I do really like tea. I'm talking to a lady currently. And she was telling me about how she likes bubble tea and that she doesn't like actual tea. And I was like, you know, the boomer thing kind of came out of me. I was like, you're a lovely girl, but this is a.
Be gone, bubble tea lover.
No, I'm teasing. Who's Boy? Get Boy on the podcast.
I don't
Sell
know. He's a
arms.
boy called Boy.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah.
I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. I'm going to switch to a game I'm good at. Let's see. Next up is Smash. If I play Smash, will you people actually get in the arena? Because I'll make an arena.
Anybody who manages to beat JT in Smash will get a sloppy kiss from me. So
okay, there's a prize.
There you
There's
go.
a real prize.
Oh, look at this bullshit. Hakeem, British confirmed. The Brits, they're fucking, they appropriated tea drinking, all right? And their tea is barely fucking tea, all right? Indians, the Chinese, Arabs, we've been drinking tea for centuries, right? This is a... And also, by the way, which I kind of find a bit strange, Slavic people have had quote unquote tea culture for way longer than British people, and they've had the other herb tea and all that kind of stuff. And nobody's ever like, oh, like what a Balkan thing to do, or a like a Belarusian thing to do. It's fucking.
Nah, everything is British, man. Absolutely
Yeah.
everything is British.
But yeah.
Even the British rappers started fucking wearing tracksuits and shit. It's the first
Yeah.
moment I learned what cultural appropriation is. and it's a bunch of black people wearing tracksuits. I'm kidding, obviously. But I am making light of the usual aesthetic culture cultural appropriation argument.
Yeah.
No, it's always whoever is like in the fucking limelight, they end up saying this is ours, this is ours. But I guess there should be a wider wisdom among the rest of us to just say, all culture is everyone's to an extent, So the argument shouldn't be I did it first or my people did it first. It should be you aren't the only one who's doing it and you didn't invent it. There's a very big difference between those two. One is, I am superior because we did it first, and the other one was like nobody is superior. It's cool. Let's all make spaghetti. It doesn't matter if they're fucking Chinese or Italian. Spaghetti is fucking nice. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody asked me if I've had shifir, the fucking the gulag tea. Now that I think about it, I may have had it before, maybe. But nothing that particularly stands out to me. But anything that basically Soviet dissidents drank that made them vomit, I think it's critical support for. But yeah. What else?
All right. Smash is out.
But why? Oh, they voted against or?
It's doing this thing where, and it's really frustrating. Only the Switch does this, where if it turns off, like I had it turned on in preparation for this, if it turns off and you switch to it, it flickers on the monitor, and then black lines start popping up in the stream, which is really frustrating, and it makes it impossible to play on my end. So that leaves Rollerdrome. You all get to watch me play it, even though you didn't vote for it. Here we go. Let's see.
Let's fucking go! All right. Simon Stensing sent 200 Danish kroner. Thank you very much. He says, thank you so much for the amazing content, comrades. Yesterday's talk with Constantine was very exciting and informative, and a big congratulations to you, JT, Yugopnik, and Hakeem. Couldn't ask for a better uncle. Solidarity. Exactly right.
Thank you.
We couldn't ask for a better. It's niece, right? It's not a nephew. It's a niece in this case.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Thank you for your support, Simon.
Yeah.
That was very
Thank you very
sweet.
much. Yeah.
Simon, for now, is leading with the best comment of the day. It's very sweet.
Yeah, there we go.
See how
Let's
easy I am?
fucking
Just kiss my ass and I will like you. I am one of those motherfuckers. Apparently,
Either
the president of Serbia is like that. He's like people go on TV like his supporters, and they're like, the president is the best. We really love him. He's like super smart, and he is the best. And I'm usually like literally saying sentences like that. And I'm like, okay, nobody who's in a position of power wants kiss assing that obvious, This dude likes it exactly that obvious. He likes to be called a good boy, pat on the head, and to be told how much he's sacrificing. He does this thing where he goes on TV and he's like, oh, I went to Belgium to talk to the European Union, and there the food sucks, but my mother always makes some sarma for me, and I take it there. I walk the streets. I go maybe into a library, buy myself a book, and I read it while I eat sarmas. Like trying so hard to seem fucking modest. It's absolutely, it's absolutely artistic, but it's so like in your face. And all the grandmas and grandpas eat it up and vote anyways. It is a piece of art, in my opinion. Okay, that was an odd tangent. What the fuck?
No, but I could go for some fucking sarma right now. Oh my god.
Oh, da, absolutely.
Dude, I had the best fucking Lebanese food the other day. My god, it was so good. We had like charcoal grilled lamb and stuff like that. It was so
amazing.
Good. But yeah, hold on. Eduardo Ponce sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, I was always vaguely mad at how unfair things were and was vaguely left. Thank you all for opening the door to real theory. Saludos. Thank you very much for Ashley. Thanks for the support, of course, and thank you for taking the next step to educate yourself and read. That's the biggest victory there is, I think, for us. That's the best we could hope for.
Absolutely.
It's either you guys read or one of you becomes the next Lenin. Either way, we'll be happy. Let's see. Operating Reigns at $5. Thank you very much. He says, another reason we can more the USSR is we wouldn't be dealing with the war in Ukraine, the real potential nuclear apocalypse happening because of it. Yes, exactly right.
Yep.
JT recently touched this on a very, very good video that I think you guys should watch after the
Oh,
stream.
shucks.
But yeah, it was actually a very, very good video.
Yeah, people really liked that one. I'm glad that people actually watched it. I was worried no one would, but it's number 1 out of the last 10, which is always
Let's
a
fucking
nice
go.
surprise.
That's lovely. But yeah, and what comes with number 1 is always the fucking liberals who just stumble on the video. And they're like, oh my god. All right. People are asking us, what do you think of accelerationism? I'm almost at a zero hope for socialism to be achieved in the West in my lifetime. Yeah, well, not with that attitude. If there's a will, there's a way, my guy. Fucking Lenin, days, weeks, days, blah blah. You know the meme, all right? So don't fall into the nihilism. If you, I mean, what's her name? The Liz lady. She was a true accelerationist. She killed the queen. She drove the British economy to the ground.
Destroyed the
and then
Conservative Party.
And then she just dipped.
Well done, Comrade Truss.
Comrade.
Absolute comrade. Fucking destroyed the greatest empire the world has ever known in a matter of 2 fucking weeks. Fucking based.
Beyond.
She apparently used to be relatively left when she was super young, and she once said that she doesn't get why there's a queen. Like, this is a fucking weird thing. And then she comes into power,
wow.
and the old lady croaks. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's something there. Have you seen that picture? It's like Biden. He's lifting the weight and he's talking on the phone. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Excellent work, super agent." Liz. All right.
Biden promised that the Irish shall get their revenge by the end of his 4 terms, and I guess Dark Brandon is delivering in a way.
There you go.
Absolutely wild. All, if an Irish person is listening right now, what's the term? Critical support for Comrade Biden.
Exactly.
Absolutely wild. Have you seen? No, go on.
No, you go.
Have you seen the trolling that the Russian ex-prime minister and now minister
maybe
of some shit trolling is doing on Trust? Yeah, he was like, so the cabbage lasted longer than your term. Good luck. You know, he actually tweeted that. Then Elon Musk subtweeted something funny. No, not something funny, something Elon Musky as usual. Something like, how are this and that front going? And then Medvedev answered him, going good, see you on the victory parade in a year. Or something.
No, Lamau.
You're invited to the victory parade in a year. Yeah.
Worst
timeline.
The Twitter arc is such a fucking crime, I swear to God.
Yeah.
In Russia, the Russia page and Ukraine page are constantly doing some shit, and now Russia like quote tweeted the Ukraine page with just a picture of an angry redditor. It is like the worst timeline, the worst fucking timeline. I don't even know where to get started on this fucking.
Actual nations are starting to draw each other as soy wojaks.
Literally. But unironically, that would be great. Like, let's just stick to that. Let it just be like online conflict between nation states. But class warfare.
We'll also have a sip or two.
Full disclosure, I like boba. I enjoy bubble tea.
You look like a boba boy. You look like you.
Sounds like a vague insult.
No.
Yeah.
You dressed
basically
like,
call you soy boy cuck, man.
Yeah.
No. It's like you look like you'd wear a very comfy sweater on a warm on a cold autumn day, and you'd get some bubble tea.
That much is true.
See, there you go.
I actually, when you mentioned the comfy sweater, I need to apologize to Comrade JT. A few months ago, he made the comment that this autumn is going to be what? Comfy boy autumn?
Cozy boy fall.
What did you call it?
Cozy boy fall.
Cozy boy fall. Yes, it's cozy boy fall. I don't know why. I've absolutely given into the cozy boy lifestyle. With my little sweaters and my little comfy couch potato vibes. Yes. So I agree. This autumn is designed for being cozy. And if you're in European Union, double cozy boy, because you will have to wear 3 fucking sweaters when they start cutting off the heating.
Oh.
Yeah. I was gonna say, fucking the epitome of cozy boy, or epitome. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, thank you. Is the nice tea, right? And you sit there with an oversized fucking scarf, right? And loved ones beside you. It's like you're dying, but you're not. Does that make sense?
The year is dying.
Yeah, I guess. I was gonna say, speaking of which, because Yugopnik mentioned the couch potato, and then I thought of potatoes, and I thought of chips. I recently have acquired a pack of salt and vinegar chips, which are my absolute favorite flavor ever.
I love them.
I was wondering, what are your guys' favorite flavors? Is it
Choose-
Cool Ranch?
No.
I don't think I've ever had Cool Ranch. I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's not terrible. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Alright.
it's weird, but it's not terrible. I'm a barbecue boy. I think I'd have to pick.
Oh, come on.
I love barbecue.
So cliche.
Fine. What's yours, big guy?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. Ketchup.
Yeah, it does.
I want to see the word. I want to see the world fucking burn, bitches. Fucking ketchup. You know what I sometimes do? I even pour out ketchup and I dip the ketchup chips into ketchup.
You sick freak.
Sometimes I even dip it into mayo. It is absolutely American. It is absolutely wild. And while I do it, I like start talking like an American, and it just feels absolutely phenomenal. But yes, I like sometimes there's absolutely no food in the house. I do the most demonic shit. For example, there's only a loaf of bread and some ketchup or some mayo. I swear to God, I've eaten bread with mayo 100 times. It is phenomenal. It is extremely fucking tasty. Just toast your bread and you fucking put some fucking butter, not butter, mayo on it. Butter, everybody knows, is absolutely phenomenal. You take some, you put butter on top, and then you put sharenasol. I don't fucking know what you call it. The vegeta. I don't know. The salt, the brown salt thing. And you just eat it with butter. Absolutely great poor people food. It's very nice.
Yeah, no, for sure, and I completely agree.
But yes,
I
ketchup
know-
chips. Thank you for your support, Haki.
We don't have ketchup
Yeah,
chips
no.
here, as far as I know. I've never seen them, at least.
Then what
They're
are you
really good.
reacting at, motherfucker?
It sounds
You never even
terrible.
tried it. It's
Hold on, hold on,
incredible.
hold on.
It's ketchup and
Guys,
potatoes.
Do you guys get the they're these type of chips where they're like they're thin and long, like maybe the length of your like one
Cock.
phalange no one phalange of your like finger, basically, like I don't know, like a couple centimeters. They're thin and long and straight, and they're just a fuck ton of them in a bag, and they're all ketchup flavored. Do you get them?
No, never heard of that.
You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? Okay,
But super
alright.
thin. Like we're talking
Yeah,
extreme.
yeah, yeah.
Like
You know what you think you know what I'm talking about.
yeah. We have
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
Those are the ones that are usually ketchup flavored, I've noticed. And those ones
Yeah.
fucking slap. And you can't
They're
stop
slap.
because they feel so small, right? So you take fucking entire handfuls. But yeah, no, for sure. I was gonna say something else. Fuck.
Where are they?
Yeah, no, when you mentioned the sandwich thing, my fucking my sandwich life is the smoked fucking like turkey what's it called? It's like a mix of turkey and beef, and they throw in a lot of like these chili peppers, these dried chili peppers,
Ooh.
and they make like almost like a salami out of it, and then they just cut slices off of it. And no, it's also a Turkish thing, but it's not such a. And fuck me, that with just cheese and fucking some mustard and like tomato and lettuce. Fuck, oh my god, it's so good with like whole grain bread. Oh,
That does sound
so
good.
It's the breakfast of champions. Do you know what I used to do for work actually? Like a year ago or something, because I would always be tired when I'd come home from work. So sometimes I would cook, but sometimes I would get like these huge pit, like do you also call them
Pita chips?
Pita in English? No, no,
Pita.
pita bread.
Yeah, pita bread.
Is it called pita bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these huge round breads, basically, but in Iraq they're way bigger. They're like the size of your abdomen, basically. They're huge. And I would cut them entirely, and I would just throw like 6 romaine lettuce leaves in there, and I just throw like maybe half the pack of the slices, the smoked salami thing in there, and I'd just take that to work. It would be fucking elite, and it would burn going in, but it would be so delicious. Let's see. Hubble sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, "Oh, do you expect for the UK to be balkanized before or after the Irish reunification of 2020? Who knows? Who cares? It's good that they tear themselves apart."
Wow.
I'm teasing.
We just need to cut their undersea support so they sink.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I think that's how islands work.
Yeah. Syrup C says, "I love you three so much. Congratulations, JT.
Oh,
thank you
thank you.
very much. We love you too." Somebody's like, I didn't miss the live stream for once. Yay!
Hey, welcome.
Yeah. Let's see. Grapefruit sent $7. Thank you very much. He says, signing off for a tattoo appointment, but I genuinely love you guys and appreciate all the work you do. Also, I'd love the Deprogram hat. Okay, well, we'll definitely make a Chattanoogan state sponsored media or hat or something like that. We'll come up with something. Henry S says, have any of you guys read the Grundrisse? If so, how long did it take? I mean, it's a bit of long work, but I mean, it's like any other of Marx's works. You can get it out in a day if you want to.
A day?
Like if you really wanted to. Otherwise, it would take like what, a week if you're taking
casually reading it. Yeah,
basically.
Are these bad
But
guys?
so yeah, I think I've read it. I know you Nick's read it.
I have not.
And JT, I think. Oh yeah, but okay. Well, it's a good work. A mismatch of fucking of Marx.
And Hakim is being cocky with his fucking 700 IQ. You need a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. It's absolutely okay. If you're writing down notes, etc., etc. Yeah. Don't feel intimidated by his massive brain. It's absolutely fine.
Also, I did have way too much way too much downtime, in lectures that I never paid attention to in med school. So that's basically how I managed to plow through.
1 year, this guy read more books than there are days in the fucking year. Okay, do not listen to him about normal people advice. Okay, absolutely no normal people advice.
Wasabi flavor is the best. Is there wasabi flavored chips?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they good?
I'm not a big wasabi fan personally, but I can understand why people would like them. They're intense.
I adore wasabi with actual sushi, but we have like wasabi nuts here, and no, I'm not sucking. I'm not sucking off Asian men. It's actually like nuts with wasabi. But you like them? It freaks me out. I don't know. I don't like it.
I like the wasabi almonds. Yeah, they're nice. Personally, I think so.
Firefox
wasabi mangoes.
Firefox 42 has a question for you, JT. He said $5. Thank you very much. He says, "What came first, ranch or Cool Ranch?"
I imagine regular ranch. Then they had to, if they didn't have the defaults by which to judge if a ranch is cool, surely they could not have come up with it first.
This is getting esoteric and philosophical.
Is there like a committee that judges how cool a certain ranch is? Oh.
What the fuck is what even is a fucking ranch? What flavor is it?
It's ranch.
Ranch.
I don't know.
It tastes like a ranch. Like horse shit and fucking grass.
Oh my god.
Oh. No, I love ranch. Ranch tastes amazing. I don't know why there's like stigma in the States about it. It's, like redneck people food or some shit, but it's amazing. It's absolutely lovely. They should serve it everywhere. I like it. I agree.
Oh, Jesus Christ, the poll had almost over 1,000 votes. That's
wow.
insane. By the way, some people are was like, "Oh, is Hakeem talking about Cheetos?" No, I know what a fucking Cheeto is. I said.
I could see why that would sound like that. Yeah.
But no, Cheetos also are pretty good. I do like Cheetos.
I do not.
The American, I think you call them cheese puffs. It's like just mostly air.
Yeah.
And they're like corn based. They're made from corn, I think.
Banger.
Yeah, something like that. They do fucking slap. They do slap generally. Like, when you go to a kid's party and then they have the fucking vats of it, basically.
Oh yeah.
And you just you kick the fucking 7-year-olds away. Like, this is mine. Oh my god. Do you know what I always? Do you remember in Toy Story 2 when the fat guy who works on the dolls, he goes to bed and his fingers are all covered in the fucking dust? Right? I would look at this and I was like, what is wrong with what the fuck do Americans do? They put like nuclear waste like powder on the fuck? I've never once eaten fucking chips and gone like my fingers stained orange from the whatever.
It's a meme. Yeah, it's like the Cheeto dust and the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
The gamer thing.
Dude, I had Mountain Dew once in my life, and I remember I took one sip. I was like, "Shit, this is so fucking sweet."
Yeah,
how do people drink this?
Yeah, it's not good. Personally, I don't think it's good. Aim.
But yeah, okay.
Missed.
Realms sent $5 saying much. He says, East Texan here. How can we leftists push for change/compound reactionaries without electoralism? Organization building, agitation, education, organize. Okay, join unions, etc., etc. The old boring answers. Educate people around you. There's nothing really more to it than that, sadly. Refer to the video, the Revolution How-To Guide that I made, and we've also made several episodes, I believe, on the podcast. So there's a lot of material for you to check out. He also says Blue Lotus tea is bussin', by the way. I've never heard of Blue Lotus tea. Well, let me give this a quick, a cheeky little Google. It's made from the blue lily flower, intoxicating fragrance, and is a beautiful flower. All right.
Sounds
You
nice.
You're not trying to sleep with it, Jesus Christ. It does look very pretty. I'm gonna send a picture to you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna send a picture to you guys. I don't want you to fucking. Or if you could actually bring this up on the stream, possibly. That's a beautiful cup of tea.
I've never heard a cup of tea described as beautiful.
Okay, you have never seen. You have not seen fucking. You haven't seen Arabs make tea, my guy.
You're
Right? Or
correct.
Indians for that matter. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, we like to beautify our tea. Is this a doctor thing, measuring things through body parts, finger, abdomen? Yes, it is. It is. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna share with you food-related medical terms. Hold on, because there's several, like nutmeg liver, but there's a list of them. Hold on, so we can go through them. Candy cane aorta. Yeah. Let's see. Candy cane esophagus. Nah. Caviar appendix. There you go.
Interesting.
Yes. Strawberry scrotum is actually a favorite of mine.
That sounds like a bad band.
It's calcinosis, basically, is what it is. So you just basically have, like calcification that happens around. And it makes your balls look like a strawberry. That's why it's called strawberry scrotum. But yeah. Oh, pea soup diarrhea is actually a favorite of mine.
Oh, God.
So yeah, salmonella causes pea soup diarrhea because it looks like pea soup.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, salt and pepper retinopathy, yeah. Cherry red spotting, yeah. Peau d'orange, I fucking hate the French ones, unironically. Unsurprisingly. So basically, with inflammatory, either certain inflammations of breast or breast cancer, you get dimpling of the skin around the breast, and it looks like orange skin, so that's why. Fig warts for HPV, for genital warts, which is fine. Let's see, the apple core sign, yeah, sure. There's we also have a what's it called, a Mickey Mouse sign on ultrasound. There's a lot of them, basically. Medicine's full of food related. Pathologists love this shit. I don't know why. Let's see, cooking with Hakim. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. Let's see. That one radicalized Prussian. Should I get a GDR Volksarmee helmet? Like if you want for the memes, but don't LARP.
Don't wear it. Don't wear it in public.
Please don't. Every time Hakim reads a book, he loses one hair on his head. Contrary to my to my Lenin profile picture, I do have my hair, and inshallah, knock on wood, this fucking shit stays because I'm not in the mood for that. Right? I'm not for fucking. Alright. Eli sent $5 thank you much. He says, "Hugo, do you like pekmez? And if so, what's your favorite kind? And do you eat it with sour cream like my weirder dad?"
Oh, with sour cream, oh my god. Yeah, I like pekmez. Pekmez is how to explain to you guys. It's exactly what you expect it to be. It's like
Juice.
but no, not. I mean, kinda. I'm not gonna bother explaining. Yes, my friend, I like pekmez. Pekmez is very nice. It's cool. I like pekmez. Yeah.
Oh, we have because we have it too. We have it's very similar, but instead of making it from it's like molasses basically, like this thick and syrupy, usually made from certain fruits or juices of fruits, and we make it from dates. We make a date syrup basically, and usually it's eaten for breakfast and whatnot. Very very good. Like in Arabic we call it dibs or dips, and it can in like the Levant usually they make it from pomegranate. In Iraq we make it from dates. Etc. It's very very good.
Yeah, there's a slight difference between some make it super literally like juice, others make it like a spread. We make it more like a spread for on top of the bread. Then you also have slatko, which is an even more intense version of that, which you serve to a guest when they come to your home together with a glass of water, which you do not put on top of anything, and you should just eat like one tiny spoon of it because it's extremely intense, but it's very nice, especially when you douse it in water afterwards. The intensity of the sweetness dissipating from your tongue is very very nice. But yeah, talk about niche conversation points. Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck are we doing?
Ranch is whack. Blue cheese gang, rise up.
Oh, blue cheese, yes. Bless you. You've got great taste. I love blue cheese.
My
Mold.
my dad calls blue cheese the smelly cheese. That's what he always calls it. And he always he always chastises my mother because my mom loves cheeses, and he always tells my mom he's like, oh, why do you always bring this shit and smell up the fucking fridge?
What about brie? Brie is much stinkier.
You think?
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I disagree. When brie's in the fridge, you don't smell it. When blue cheese is in the fridge, you smell it from the fucking main entrance. It's not bad. I'm not. It does taste nice. I'm not gonna. But the smell is definitely there. Red Rose. She says, "Hello, comrades. What is your favorite country/countries? Not based on government and economics. Fuck me, I can't speak. But history and culture. All right. What is your favorite country, JT?
History and culture. Pass. Come back to me. Let me think about it.
I don't know. Chattanooga. There we go. Okay. I was gonna say I don't like the question, but absolutely then Chattanooga. I'm a big Chattanooga patriot. Chattanooga and Patsok.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. I'm gonna be the the Qawmi in the chat. I'm gonna say the Arab world, obviously for me. I am of it and from it and all that kind of stuff. So that's my personal favorite, obviously. But otherwise, no. There's every culture on Earth has its own unique points and beauties and all that kind of stuff. And food, all the good fucking food. My God. Aside from several, I'm not gonna even go. I was gonna start just shitting on several European countries, but I won't. Even they have good food. I think the issue is that a lot of people take what the fuck the weird rich people used to eat, and that was like, oh, that's some national cuisine. When most of what regular people would eat would be the same shit over the entire world. Oh, there's a fucking vegetable stew with occasionally some meat. That's fucking common over the entire planet.
It slaps all
and
the time.
It always slaps. Yeah, it always fucking slaps. On cold weather, Jesus Christ. But, let's see. Ranch is buttermilk and spices. I did not know this. Okay, good to know.
What is
Jaybird
buttermilk?
says buttermilk is a fermented cream, isn't it?
Oh,
I think so. You can make very nice fried chicken with buttermilk.
that I know. Yeah,
I'll make it
love
for you
good fried
sometime.
chicken.
Oh yeah, there you go. Jaybird sent $5. Thank you much. He says, if you guys ever come to the future Socialist Republic of Chicago, you need to grab some deep dish pizza. Is deep dish pizza the pie one?
Yeah, it's very, very thick, and
Okay.
I like it. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be controversial here and say it's not pizza. It's an entirely different dish at that point. I think.
Yeah,
it's tasty.
I agree.
But to me, it's not pizza.
I've never had it, but I've seen pictures of it. It's the one that's just like a fucking pie, basically, from what I know. The Froop says, I like Cheetos, but my cornhole doesn't afterwards. Thank you for sharing. Grammar Antifa sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, the original ranch was a sauce of like buttermilk, mayo, and a specific blend of herbs and spices, I think. Thank you very much for the information. We have been enriched. I'll take this. I'll carry this information over into my medical practice. I assure you.
Correct.
Have you mixed ranch with ramen? Pretty good.
Ranch with ramen. That
God.
does not sound good. I'm gonna be honest.
Vasconium sent 5 years. Thank you very much. He says, Kakso from Uskedi. I grew up watching stuff like Nick and Cartoon Network like a bougie. What kid stuff / channels did y'all grow up with? Space Toon! Space Toon is the shit!
What is that?
Basically, Space Toon is like the fucking... it's basically like Arab Cartoon Network, I guess, is that the way. They had all these cartoons and anime and all this kind of stuff that they'd play for kids. But it was all dubbed in Arabic as well, and the dubbing was always fucking fantastic. The music would slap. El Qannas is my fucking Hunter x Hunter, right?
Oh.
They would play the old Hunter x Hunter, and the fucking theme would slap. Al Muhaqqiq Conan, fucking Detective Conan. Come on, all this shit that was amazing. They play Dragon Ball Z too. My God, yeah, it was. Awesome.
I love the detective too.
Sorry, yeah, you guys.
What was the question? Favorite show?
It's kids stuff or channels that you grew up with.
Oh, it's gotta be SpongeBob. I mean,
really?
Yeah, I mostly watched Nickelodeon as a kid. There was a lot on Cartoon Network I wasn't allowed to watch. My parents were very strict about what I could watch. I couldn't watch Ed, Edd and Eddy. Couldn't watch Courage the Cowardly Dog. Couldn't watch Fairly Odd Parents.
Watch Courage on occasion.
That's why it turned out fucking normal.
Yeah, exactly. Not damaged like us.
They didn't even like me watching Pokemon because they thought Misty was rude. So yeah, my
Misty was rude.
Yeah.
Hey kid, don't watch Pokemon because Misty is very rude.
Yeah.
Hey, Digimon fucking slapped.
Digimon was cool. Yeah, nobody.
Hey. It's
respected
like
Digimon.
discount Pokemon. Let's be serious. It is discount Pokemon, but it is
It
slap.
is. It is. I don't know. I found it weird, and everything was always happening at night, and that freaked out my little childish brain.
Huh.
I watched a lot of Super RTL, Super RTL, which was the German approach to Cartoon Network, I guess, and they had their own German shows as well as like other stuff, and I really, really liked it. I learned some German through it, a lot of German. I spoke perfect German, then I forgot it because English took up the brain real estate afterwards, and then kicked the German out, same like World War II, I guess, but. No, it had great shows, and I can't remember exactly what it was called, but there was one with a cheetah, like in the jungle, trying to romance the girl cheetah, and then having trouble with Tarzan inside of the jungle. I guess it's an OG anti-imperialist flick. I'm kidding. And then obviously Cartoon Network. I loved Cartoon Network. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I was absolutely obsessed with. And what was the other one with the little kid with the big nose? And then Billy and Misty and
Billy
the
and
Grim
Mandy.
Reaper.
Billy and Mandy.
Billy
yeah.
and Mandy. Billy and Mandy. I fucking love that show.
Yeah.
That had like proper lore, and if that was like my first like serious show, I would call it a serious show that I liked. But obviously, I never got into Powerpuff Girls because there was no character development. They would have like serious fucking episodes, and then on the next episode, like the girls would be absolutely forgotten about whatever the fuck happened. But yeah, those are kind of my. I should turn it on sometimes, play it again. I'm probably not gonna make it for 3 minutes, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I've tried watching some shit just for the memes, and it's like, yeah, it's never that, you know.
Never
What was
what
I
you
gonna say?
remember.
Of course, yeah, like you don't have the same, patience for it. But what was I gonna say? The Tom and Jerry, obviously, and
Tom
fucking
and
Looney
Jerry,
Tunes.
yeah,
That
classic.
shit. Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Of course.
Dude, I on occasion I still watch fucking Tom and Jerry just for the memes. It's aged really well.
Yeah.
Unironically, yeah. Even fucking Looney Tunes is pretty good. What was I gonna say? There was a French show about rats on a cruise ship or something, and they just messed with people. And I remember, I used to watch the shit out of that. I don't remember its name now, but that was one show. And there was another show, it was an American show where it's two twins, like cartoon show, but one of the twins was like blue and evil or something. And yeah, that was good. Actually, you know what? I actually have a fucking platform, so I can ask about this. Okay, so Space Tune was for fucking kids, right? There was another thing called Space Power, and Space Power was for like young teens or teens basically. There was this one show which was like live action puppets, and one of the main characters in this, it was always dark in a bedroom basically, and one of the characters was like fucking green sock or something with eyes on it, and it was always kind of weirdly grotesque. But there was like actual plot to it. I don't fucking remember the name of it. I just remember I used to like watching it. I don't remember the name. Maybe somebody knows. But yeah.
Remember that character on Ed and Eddie that was just a plank?
Plank,
There
yeah.
was a kid. It was always with Plank, and Plank was always like the smartest out of everyone by not doing anything. The Plank would just do quite a lot. That was a great fucking show. But there were like shows that you really shouldn't have shown to your fucking kids. Ren and Stimpy.
Never saw that
Dinky.
one, yeah.
Don't you mad with that like little rat guy, and then the other fat
Cow thing,
red yeah, oh my god, that was nasty shit. Nah, I watched like 5 episodes of that, probably card for life. No thank you. Нет, спасибо.
Alright, hold on, I'm seeing. Yin Yang Yo, no, that's not it. Because I asked people, and now people are yelling things in the chat. I'm just googling them and seeing. No, Atla, I don't know what fucking Atla,
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
He is what's coming. Okay, never mind. Yeah, less shit. Ooblies? Alright, hold on. I'll get back to the super chats in just a second. Ooblies is a waffle truck located in the United States Postal Service in Medford, Oregon. Alright, no, that's not what I'm looking for.
I think they're trolling you at this point.
Bump in the night. Bump in the night. Alright, let's take a look. That's it! Maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I think it's it. A sock-eating green monster and his friends. Yeah! Dude, thank you. I'm gonna fucking... I think this is it.
What the fuck is that? I just googled it. I've never seen that once in my life.
I remember it being a lot creepier. But fuck yeah, alright. No, thank you for that. I'm gonna give this a
Great
watch
job,
later.
chat. Well
To
done.
remember See, thank you. This is why we're doing the fucking the podcast and everything else, not to fucking spread leftism, so we can figure out a whole fucking cartoon. All right. Ethan 8 sent $5. Thank you very much. Syrup C said, "Can I grow D Chiba Chiba freely under socialism?" I don't know what
What
D
is that?
Chiba Chiba is, but you know what? Go ask the planning commission. I don't fucking know what to tell you.
It's
let's see.
weed, you nerds.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I assumed. But yeah, halloumi is
Chiba
where it's
Chiba.
at. All right. Vesiconium says, "You go flying via Turkey soon. Any tea brand recommendations?"
Just tell the lady I want Turkish tea, and they give it to
Right.
you in that cute little cup, and you drink it. And if you have one of those, like religious, it exists in most religions, the counting thing that you can hold in one
Oh,
hand and then drink the tea
yeah,
with the other hand
yeah,
and look
yeah,
at people
exactly.
passive aggressively. Proper Turkish
Oh,
experience. That's how you
you
should
don't,
do it.
you don't look
Yeah.
too passive. It's a tasbih, but yeah, you don't look passive aggressively. You're just minding your business. Yeah,
Depending on what kind of vibe you want to
that
give
is
out.
true.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
true. That is
You
true.
want to
But
give out wealthy old wise man who is teaching grandson about life difficulties, then you go with that. Or you can just be nice old man and then just smile at people passing by with your little sweater.
yeah, they always wear the fucking sweater. Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say. I imagine the fucking man.
yeah.
They always have the neatly trimmed mustache and then the clean
Yeah.
shaven otherwise. But yeah, let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Nikki Army sent 5 years. Thank you very much. Says, sending support from Germany. Do you have any opinion on the party Die Linke? I'm a member of the party, but its reformist path is a real problem. Well, you exactly said the issue, that it's fairly
Yep.
reformist. But otherwise, yeah, it's the usual thing. Like, way back in the day, was way more progressive and leftist, and actually, at least was centered semi on socialism. Now it's just kind of weirdly, loosely social democratic. So no real fundamental change will come from it, sadly. Wormy said, joined really late and started from the beginning, but I'm glad I caught a live stream. Hearing Hakeem basically verbally romance you always makes my day better. There we go. That's why we do it, boys.
But nobody asks me lawsuits. I have so much footage. There's gonna be so many lawsuits.
All right. Oh, so yes, see, Space Tuna NBC3, exactly. Yes, somebody mentioned all the NBCs kind of slap. But yeah, let's see. NBC is a channel, by the way. Dom K sent 20 years. Thank you very much. He says, "Hey comrades, this may be a dumb question, but since I'm a hobby/amateur writer, I would like to ask on your opinion on stuff like fanfiction and how it would be looked at in a theoretically socialist communist society. It would be freely available.
yep.
Like
Any other form of
you'd
art.
be able. Yeah, you'd have more support than you would currently do under capitalism to pursue this.
And especially with fan fiction, like people would be able to take an IP, because at that point it wouldn't even be called an IP, and write additional. I guess it still would be unofficial because it's not from the OG author, but you could write and actually publish whole books of fan fiction, in my opinion. And sometimes probably that will, in the long run, because it's no longer profit driven exclusively, it's gonna lead to a lot more books being written, and sometimes very, very, very cool shit being written, and afterwards being adapted to film and shows, etc., etc. Because now if you try to actually publish a fan fiction, and I think it's borderline illegal unless you want to give some additional money to the original authors. But yeah, it would, cute question, but it would be better for arguably everybody, especially the writers.
Yeah, exactly right. Very Base says, if you, Hakeem, ever come back to your homeland of Wisconsin, you should get some good Milwaukee cheese. I've heard that American cheese that is Milwaukee Midwestern. JT.
Yeah. I mean, there are fights about what constitutes the Midwest, but yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, I've heard that Midwestern cheese is good. I've heard that their dairy culture there is very solid.
We got good cheese in the States.
One thing every third worlder has in common is that they love Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know why. Everybody loves it. Yeah. Let's see. A bunch of people are naming other fucking, what's it called? Buenos dias, Mandy. I still don't get that fucking meme. Alright, hold on. Hirabu said 5 years, thank you much. Says, as a German speaker, you got up into your base for watching Super RTL as a kid. Do you know Bernd das Brot? It's the depressed bread from Kika at night.
Wait, let me Google it.
That sounds incredibly European.
Yeah. I remember.
Oh my God! Yes, yeah, I remember it. I don't remember much about it, but it just if you Google it, it looks so fucking wild. It's a burnt bread that is a character.
Is
It's
there
quite
anything more
something.
German than that? Is there anything
Huh?
more German than that?
No,
Genuinely.
no. Buja vlebac, buja vlebac. Um,
What?
sorry, there was
No,
a
no, no.
song. The whole song is
Yeah,
literally
you're
about how
here.
people are poor and they're eating
Yeah.
bread that is that
I,
has
I,
the
yeah.
yeast developing on it. Yeah.
I didn't say what the fuck to you. I said what the fuck because the when you look up the Google images, there's an image of this burnt bread character in front of basically a sex worker who's holding a gun, and then afterwards there's one with him standing behind a the pride flag with the BLM and the trans that one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's like, oh, Pride Month and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, cool.
It's some German jokes, but
Yeah.
probably like they turned it into a meme now,
Mm.
brought it back to relevancy. So
I don't
you
know.
do you.
Yeah.
I guess it's a trans supporting burnt bread, so
Why not?
it's a comrade. Fuck yeah.
Comrade bread.
Hello, burnt bread. Oh.
See, Great Lakes Feathers Co. Sent $10. Thank you very much. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. Hakeem has mentioned that he didn't like Rage Against the Machine. I want to start a radio show featuring bands, artists that promote socialist messages. Any suggestion on artists that I should include? It's not that I don't like them, it's that their music just doesn't speak to me. I'm sure it's good and lots of people like it. I tried and I was like, it's not my cup of tea. Bamboo's great. Immortal Technique is good, but every once in a while he has like an anti-vax thing for some reason, which is a bit off. There's a bunch of bands, but yeah. Let's see. Thanks for the support as always, and to everybody else, not just the people who sent the fucking the super chats. We love all of you. iCarly. I don't. The only reason I know what iCarly is from Filthy Frank. Otherwise, I don't know. I never knew any of these Nickelodeon shows. Zaki Zahada sent $10. Thank you very much. He says, JT, how about influencing a communist socialist event in the Noog? I mean, that would be basically when we gather. Want to be?
Yeah. Say the question again.
He's like, how about influencing a communist or socialist event in the Noog?
Influencing it?
I don't.
Like trying to
Could you be
instigate
more
one?
Possibly.
Not sure. We'd love to do something in the Noog for sure. Like if we end up doing a live show or a series of live shows, that's definitely top of the list.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's number one for sure. Bolshevik apologist said, "Rao far tapete." I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Our favorite always listener is back. It's best adult dating site. And yet again, it's made it showing. Nice to see you in the chat. Oh my god, these fucking thoughts. All right. Let's see. Zachary Lenfesti sent $30. Thank you very much. He says, "Hey, saw your live. Finally caught one, but I don't have time to stay. But thank you all for what you do. Much love. Will this be reposted? Obviously, yeah.
Yes.
It's always reposted.
This will be
we don't
uploaded
take it
today.
away after a while. Yeah. Thank you for the support. Let's see. All right, no, I'm finally fucking caught up. Jesus Christ.
Hey, well
Oh,
done.
lovely. Bravo. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, Bolshevik apologist says, I can't believe I misspelled. Rao faser tapeta. What the fuck are you trying to say, my guy?
That is such a random comment. Those are like, I think, the
Wall?
walls that are
Yeah.
like super, like, how do you even
Walls. Yeah,
express it? Yes, they have like these spots on them. So
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
touch them, they're very like uneven. It's it's very old school.
Yeah.
Extremely old school. But okay, interesting comment.
Huh.
Okay, nice tapete. Yeah, sehr gut.
Autumn Artist sent $10, which says, I'm a concept development artist for animation. I would love to use my talents to forward the socialist cause. What would be the best way to do that without sabotaging my ability to get hired in my field? I think propaganda art is the best way. If you have the talent, then to just do that on your free time. A picture says 1,000 words, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, you don't need to make it your job. Like, have your day job and then do your agitation on the side. I mean, that's what all of us do. For me, it's turned into my full-time job, so there is a possibility for that. But, you don't.
Not all are as lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, but that's great. Yeah, nice. We're caught up with the super chats, so now we can just discuss other food-related topics, like we always do. But yeah, how was the moussaka actually? You mentioned that you got cheese on, but you didn't mention if it was good.
Oh, it was excellent. It was, my lovely partner fucking knocked it out of the park as always.
Question:
the meat was very good as well. Yep.
Do you like the edge pieces or do you like the center?
I like both. They all have their own individual thing. But if I had to pick, should a gun on my head, edge pieces, absolutely. That little crunch that's left over. You overcook it is absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Fair enough. Fair enough. See, that's very a cultured man's opinion.
Oh, you're the same.
People, yeah. Because I know people who do this thing where they're gonna like cut the middle and like elevator a piece from the middle out because they just like the softness. And I'm like, okay, that's a bit of a it's a bit of an oof, but whatever. Yeah. How about you, JT?
I don't even know what like this food is.
Basically, like lasagna. It's that's a close comparison.
Okay. You know, I think I might have to go with the middle, honestly.
Oh, wow, Mr. Contrarian.
I know. I don't really like lasagna all that much. That's the thing. I don't like casseroles or that form of food all that much.
Yeah, it's kind of, you would call it a casserole, probably. Yeah. You don't. I live on that shit.
Like, it depends on the casserole. I'm pretty picky.
It's a cultural thing, right? Oh yeah, we heard you're a nuggies and French fries kind of guy. Yeah. We know.
That is true.
And they gave a chance to your fucking favorite food.
No, I was screaming while I was editing that episode where you saying that the nuggies were bad. Where did you get them?
From Popeyes.
Popeyes is not good. You didn't get the nuggies at Chick-fil-A?
Well, there was no Chick-fil-A at that particular airport, but no, not from Chick-fil-A. I had the other homophobic food. What was it? The Chipotle. Chipotle.
Oh, Chipotle is good. Did you like that?
Chipotle homophobic?
Chipotle was great. Yeah.
I don't think they're homophobic.
Okay, very interesting.
I guess it's Chipotle slander. They're not homophobic. Okay.
Radlast asks us, do you guys play any instruments? JT, do you play any?
Not well.
You look like a guitar guy.
Like I've got a good ear for music and stuff, and I can I can pick something up. I'll pick up a mandolin or a ukulele or something and be able to pluck something out, but not I wouldn't consider myself a musician by any means.
Yeah. How about you, Gopni?
I use my right hand all the time, but not for instruments.
Fun. I play piano. That's about it.
Of course. Since a young age, right? Since a young age?
Actually not. I'm self-taught. I started playing when I was 12 or 13.
That's awesome.
I will young age. Yeah,
I'll serenade you guys when
Please do. Piano's cool. I like that instrument.
Piano's very cool. You get little buttons. It's nice. You get to sit down.
That's what there you go. Yes, you get to fucking sit. Oh my god! And you can only be played while sitting, which is this is the only way that these fucking things should be. All right, Hiribu says in Vienna there's a restaurant called Chattanooga. Well, boys, I think we know where we're conglomerating. Right? Yeah. when we're planning the revolution, it will be in the Chattanooga cafe. But yeah, like a Viennese fucking. Oh my god. The White Wolf sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, hey, not a question this time. Want to thank Hakeem. Because of your videos, I decided to look more into Islam, and I'm converting. Also, Madame Socialist, alhamdulillah, okay. Bitawfiq, inshallah. I wish you nothing but success in your future. Yeah, I'm glad to play a small part in that journey. Alright, let's see. Chipotle is gross, people are saying. What? I thought Chipotle was just a sauce. That's what I know. I thought Chipotle was a sauce. I didn't know it was a restaurant.
It is a type of sauce. But it's also a restaurant. It's like I guess you could call it Californian because it's not quite Mexican food. You get burritos or like a taco salad kind of thing. It's very good in my opinion. I don't know why you people think it's gross. I think you're all a bunch of revisionists.
All right, let's
sound off in the comments. Tell me why it's bad. What do you get?
I'm waiting for people's answers. But somebody said Jaybird sent $2 saying much. He says the homophobic chicken is so overrated.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean,
you just broke JT's heart.
Yeah, I understand. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's still fast food. It's just, I would say, some of the better fast food.
Yeah, if it wasn't homophobic, nobody would even eat it.
Oh man, what was I gonna say? Looser Hulk said, "What is this game? What was this game's name?"
This game is called Rollerdrome, and it's like
All right.
Tony Hawk meets Doom, and I love it. It's very, very fun.
Yeah, I see. You're very good at it too.
Oh, shit.
Excellent at it.
Very,
I really
very
like-
fun to watch. I like the fucking. I like the Vice City Mall setup that you have here.
Yeah.
Why City Mall?
It's Vice City Mall, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Chipotle is hipster Taco Bell. Somebody says.
I can understand that. It depends on where you are. Like here in Texas, you ain't gonna see no hipsters in Chipotle. Just normal people.
Nikki Army sent €2. They said, "What is your opinion on the Red Army faction?" There is a very good episode on Proles of the Round Table where they talk with basically a scholar of that, and it's and other like quote unquote leftist terrorist movements in Europe. It's a fascinating episode. So go do read that. And they have a book as well. I can't remember the name of the author though at this point. But do check out that episode for the details there. As for what we think about it, terrorism is never good. They did, we're gonna get fucking taken off YouTube or something. DM me. Yeah, watch that episode and then DM me. But terrorism's never good. Let's see. Jada Sakura, she's been saying this several times. She's like, "Friends, I'm begging you to eat real Latin food. I've had a lot from Chipotle. My boss used to want us to eat there every day, and I was broke, low, but it's not yummy. So listen to Conrad Jada and go and get proper Latin food. Where that is, though, I'm assuming
That's the challenge.
Yeah. Somebody said the moistest nugget said white woman food for Chipotle.
Yes, that is a fair critique.
I always wanted to be a white woman, so.
Now's your chance.
Okay. Yeah, boy. The homophobic chicken place does have this lemonade float sort of thing that is good. What is a lemonade float, JT?
I've never had it. I think it's like a frozen drink as far as I know, but like an icy. You know what that is?
And I have no fucking idea. I'm
so
sorry.
if you blend ice with a beverage of your choice, it's like makes it a very a thicker consistency.
Okay.
They're tasty.
Right.
They're good.
I'm more surprised, but I'm more surprised by the fact that you haven't had every single thing on the menu.
I get the same thing every single time. Oh heck,
yeah.
Correct there. I get a 12 count nuggets meal with a Dr. Pepper.
You just eat nuggets? You don't even need a sandwich?
The sandwiches are good. I'll get a spicy sandwich sometimes, but like the
all right. I was joking. I was joking about you being a nuggy and French fry.
I'm a nuggy boy.
Fucking freak. Freaks.
At this point, your daughter is gonna grow up telling you to fucking eat your broccoli.
You are correct. Luckily, Kelsey will eat just about anything, and she's a great cook. So our daughter,
because she's from a culture.
Yeah,
she's from a culture part of the world that will actually eat fucking vegetables. What is with Americans and not eating fucking vegetables?
When I order my Chinese food, I get the Mugu Gai Pan, no vegetables.
All right. Oh fuck me, dude. I remember I was within America and we went to a fast food place. This is not in Iraq. I think we were in Turkey at the time. And we went to this fast food place and they're like, "Oh, no lettuce, no tomato." I'm like, "So what? You just want meat and cheese? What the fuck? And the white ass bread? What is wrong with you?"
Dude, when you open their menus and you swiped over to salads, like everything is some meat with a bit of lettuce on the side. Like you don't see anything that we would define as a salad, but whatever. Basically, your main fucking course.
Dude, I would kill for a nice Shopsky salad right now.
Absolutely.
Dude, I remember last Ramadan, me and Yugoslavia would just be on the fucking chat on Discord, just talking about the fucking food that we'd be getting, and I would be going out in the middle of the fucking night to go get burek, the spinach and cheese burek. I would be fucking chatting with you. Oh my god, what a vibe! I can't wait for this Ramadan. All right, Gendo Gaming sent $5 sandwich. Fuck me, I can't speak. Thank you very much. He says, "Hey guys, have my money. Also, I tried Chick-fil-A. Pretty darn good. 8 out of 10. Would eat homophobic chicken again."
There you go. Culture.
Yes. Fuck, the thing always jumps down and I miss people's comments.
I'm gonna go take a piss.
Yeah, go on. We'll be here.
Let's see. Why would you ever go to Chipotle when you live in Texas? That does sound like a point, right? There's probably lots of good.
Yeah, there are plenty. There are plenty of good hole in the wall Mexican places, and we do go to those. But there's a Chipotle like real close, so it's a convenience thing.
Yeah. No, when we, inshallah, when we come to Texas and we to visit you, we're gonna go and drive to find this most fucking obscure, like, hole. I want to know what the real Tex-Mex is, because you see pictures of it and it always looks good.
It's very good. Oh, it's real good.
Like I said, chili con carne. Is it technically Tex-Mex?
I think so. I don't think that I've never seen that on like a proper Mexican food menu, but I don't know.
Yeah. But the chili con carne always looks like it fucking slaps.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I've made what an Iraqi thinks chili con carne is, and it was very good. So I'm wondering what the American appropriate.
I mean, it's not hard to make.
Yeah, no, not at all. But again, it's the hand that makes, right? There's the love ingredient does change the flavor, but yeah. Waffle Tube sent $2 New Zealand dollars. He says, JT, have you or will you ever go to Cuba?
I would love to go to Cuba. Absolutely. It's a little bit difficult for Americans to get there. You have to fulfill like one of a certain number of criteria. Like you have to be going for like a UN mission or something, which is basically just sabotage, or a couple other things. I forget what they are. But I think honestly, with the podcast, we might be able to qualify for one of those.
Yeah, inshallah. Well, it would be the idea is, inshallah, we'd be able to do Deprogram like on tour, and we go to different countries and do specific episodes on those countries, but we're like in Cuba or in China or something like that. We'll inshallah be able to do this in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ayento02, thank you very much. He says, opinion on urban guerrillas as a tactic in general. There's that book by the Brazilian Marxist, the guide on urban guerrilla warfare. And I remember I read that, but if you read some of the modern like counterinsurgency texts, they're fairly developed in that kind of idea, but also the main fear is that urban guerrilla activity will be the new thing that rises, right? No more rural kind of stuff, which is hard to kind of think about, but if you think about large metropolitan centers in third world countries, there is a possibility of that happening, but I haven't seen it successfully be done yet. Aside from like civil wars and wartime, I'm talking about a peacetime country with an ongoing like quote unquote people's war, but it starts in the cities. It's difficult. It's difficult to see it not just become like gang-like activity. So yeah, the efficacy of it is still open for debate, I would say. Somebody said Hakeem Egg. I don't understand what. yes, exactly. Let's see. Chattanooga.
Oh, now that would be a good restaurant. Let's open it.
Yeah. Hold up. Hakeem, how's New York these days? Cold. I've never been to New York, but I've heard that there's trash everywhere. Is that true?
New York City, yes. There's a. I think it was New York. They just had a press conference where they were talking about how bad the rat problem is, and there were some great quotes from it, like. This is not Ratatouille. Rats are not our friends. And a bunch of other really dumb ones.
Should have brought in the expert, what's it, Peterson, so you can be like,
he's a rat and he sniffs.
You're so good at these shit. Oh my god. Fuck. That one radicalized questions and $10. Thank you very much. Don't bankrupt yourself.
Yeah.
He says, how should I agitate and organize if I'm autistic and have real bad social anxiety? I also cover this in the Revolution How-To Guide. Please, it's like 30 minutes. I worked really hard on that video. Go watch that.
It is a very good video. But yeah, you don't feel like you need to do something that'll make you uncomfortable. You don't need to be out standing on a soapbox and stuff like that. There are plenty of things you can do on a small scale or by yourself. Yeah, you can write, you can create art. There are all sorts of things you can do that fit your skill set.
Yeah. People are always needed, so don't worry. He says, I joined an org in the past and it didn't go well, and I didn't really have any useful skills I could use for the revolution. You say that, but everybody has some skill that's transferable. So go watch the video and think about it a bit. And of course, just reach out to local organizations and see what they could possibly help with. Sam Neybauer said, Hakeem, try carnitas. Also, JT, take him to Taco Bell. Carnitas sounds familiar.
Carnitas is it's like shredded pork.
Oh, I mean, that is obviously not something I could, but I'm sure you can do it with lamb or something. Benjamin sent $2. Thank you very much. He says, lemonade, sweet or tart? I've never really liked lemonade, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's okay, but sorry, go
on. One thing I found out the hard way is that if you go to England and you order a lemonade, it is not even close to what we Americans think of as lemonade. It's like it's almost like a Sprite. Like a lemon lime soda or something, which is weird. But personally, I like a sweeter lemonade. But I'm also an American, so that, that's my birthright. It's the sweetest things possible.
Fair enough. I was gonna say Hyoyin Kyoma. He said, "Did you guys forget about Laos?" And then he said, "This has been your Laos reminder." So yes, we will eventually also make our way to Laos if things allow, like time and scheduling and all that kind of stuff. We will even be able to go all three, but we would love to do that. Vietnam and DPRK, all these other countries we'd love to do. But yeah, Steins Gate is a very good anime, by the way, but all the fucking other subsequent seasons are garbage. And the English dub sucks dick, by the way, right? I remember I'm not gonna spoil it, but basically one character in the English dub talks about the future as like, think about like the 1800s, but with gulags. I'm like, what the fuck? What does that even mean? What the fuck? The 1800s had. Oh my god, you're talking. I'm not even gonna get into
Angry Hakeem.
But yeah. All right, we're gonna just read a bunch of these other super chats, and I think we're gonna start wrapping up for the day. Let's see. Ali Jurea sent €6. Said, silly Austrian German challenger you got me. Oa Katz Schwab. Can you say that and guess what it means? Also love you all. Keep up the good work.
Skattel Nein, ich kann das nicht sagen, Mann. What the fuck? Yeah, the challenge failed. Doom. Love you too.
And Judd again says, JT, please take Hugo and Hakeem for authentic hole-in-the-wall food when they come to the US so they understand why some of the chat don't like Chipotle. Solidarity. We will definitely do that, and we will remember your kind words and your encouragement for JT. But yeah. But that is definitely it. I have two things I want to try. I want to try authentic, Mexican or Latin cuisine when I'm in the US, or at least the American version of it. And I want to try soul food. These are two things I absolutely want to try.
We might have to take a road trip to New Orleans.
Yeah,
and you should have a steak. They really know how to make a fucking steak.
We can make a steak here.
They really know how to make a steak.
Dude, we're gonna tear shit up. Don't worry. We're gonna fucking. I want to return American size. Okay, that's what was I gonna say? A Tinder hot best adult dating site spammed us.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you. Passes the vibe check.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, dude says, Hakeem, have you ever eaten guzlema, which is or guzlema, how fucking Turks say it. It's basically a like wood, but it's flattened instead of rolled up. It's very good, and yes, I've had it before, but not too frequently. But it does taste very good. I like it with tea. Oh, Hakeem, egg means that you are a trans person who hasn't realized that they're trans yet. I see. All right. I disagree, but all right. Jabba I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, that's a phenomenal name. Jabba Satana. Satan frog. I love it.
Sent 50 Polish zloty. Thank you very much. He says, life in Poland is extremely depressing. Our state-owned pipeline natural resources company is about to get privatized. Not at all related to Nord Stream sabotage and Baltic pipe opening. Yeah, well, that's what happens with capitalism. That's why it sucks.
I had a lot of Poles getting really pissed off about my my video from yesterday. They're like, shock therapy actually worked in Poland. We're doing great. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it worked so well in Poland that like a third of the Polish population now lives in the UK. But yeah, go off.
Absolutely, and your state would literally collapse in 2 hours if it wasn't getting like billions of dollars of help from the European Union. Yeah, you do you, bro. Absolutely.
It's like
they invested so much, like they invested so much money in your state functioning after '89 that it could arguably, if the same amount of money was used to create a society on a fucking meteor, it would probably have a better economy than Poland. So this is not because capitalism, because they fucking injected more capital into it than was ever seen before. That and the Czech Republic and fucking Slovakia as well.
In my video on the I called it, I think, the crumbling modern Russia. At the end, there is a paper that basically is like a what's it called? Not a retro. Fuck, what's the word in English? Basically, looking back on shock therapy. Retrospective. Thank you. Fuck, I'm stupid. Thank you. On the collapse of that Eastern Bloc. And what's so funny? You got me.
Huh? Nothing.
Oh, no,
I'm
sorry.
blowing my nose.
Okay, so you were chuckling. But yeah, the paper basically talks about how very few countries, and a few of which, like Poland, could be considered one of them, where shock therapy semi-worked, but even then, it's kind of bullshit. He goes into it in detail, so go refer to that paper if you're interested. Willie Koki Ula sent $10. Thank you very much. He says, Hakeem, do you recall something Saddam said back in the 90s about U.S. occupation of Hawaii as a response to criticism about the invasion of Kuwait? People still talk about that here from time to time. I do not. Many apologies. Let's see. I think that. Oh no, the fuck. Okay, no, I just jumped down. There's more. Fuck.
I always want to hear his name, Saddam Hussein. I always want to say Saddam Hussein.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ridge Tyler said $5. Thank you very much. He said, Hakeem, which A Song of Ice and Fire character is your favorite, and which one is the most similar to you? Hakeem, what is your favorite Lovecraft book?
Ooh, Lovecraft book.
Yeah, I can go to. I mean, okay, I'll just say it really quick. Shadow of Innsmouth is my #1 favorite, absolutely. Dagon's my favorite short story that he has. Call of Cthulhu slaps as well, but it's not. The Shadow of Innsmouth is the best. It's the best in the narrative structure. It's the one that's most like fun to reread, and also Wayne June, who did basically a audiobook version of almost, I think, all of Lovecraft's writing. He did a phenomenal job with Shadow over Innsmouth. It is like impeccable. It's gone to the point that I actually can't listen to other audiobooks because of how good of a job Wayne June did. So that's one thing I highly recommend. If you've never read Lovecraft's work, listen to Shadow over Innsmouth by Wayne June. So yes. How about you, Nick, the Song of Ice and Fire character?
Sorry, what was the question?
Which A Song of Ice and Fire character is your favorite, and which one is the most similar to you?
I don't know. I like the arc that Jaime Lannister is going through, but he's not similar to me because I'm not fucking my sister. I'm a Tyrion fan, I guess. I know as cliche as it is, but personality-wise, he might be the most similar to me.
He's a gangster. I like him a lot.
Yeah. All right. Christian T said 5,000 of some currency. My apologies. He said, Hakeem, agree with Poland and Romania, but why Bulgaria is a bad socialist example? Massive industrial growth, big electronic industry, huge level of tertiary education. The party was elected in the 90s. We will do an episode on this, I think. We were hoping of doing, an idea of ours was doing basically like case study, quote unquote, of the bad socialisms. Romania, Cambodia, Bulgaria, etc., etc. Some of the African socialisms, just to see why exactly they weren't particularly good representatives of the ideology and what mistakes they made.
Yeah,
so
and you cannot, but just to this lovely commenter, you cannot like throw around words like co-electrification, oh, this industry, that industry, and define something is relatively successful or not. Because, okay, the US then is a fucking amazing place because they have developed industry and electrification and relatively decent accessibility to fucking education. Like, what the fuck? It is a childish level of understanding of what a decent socialist experiment is and what isn't. And Bulgaria is definitely not an example of a decent one.
So there's a lot of nuance, obviously, but yeah. Of course, what's it called? Rudeness is intended by this, but we'll get into the nitty gritty of it. I think.
Oh, absolute rudeness was intended from my perspective.
Oh, okay.
Because that logic is rude, so I'm rude to that logic.
Fair enough. Yeah. Zilkem sent $5 Canadian. Thank you very much. He says, "Hey, was wondering what your thoughts on Shostakovich and how he's portrayed in Western music circles. Absolute fucking nonsense. They love to be like, oh, he was a chained fucking poet, Burma. No, he made music. He made music for the government. He was an active Communist Party member who participated in like ideological debates and whatnot. And sometimes he was on the wrong side, and then he would get salty, and then people turned this into, oh, that means he wasn't. He was being forced by the government, etc. A lot of cringe, basically. Wicked Samurai sent $2. Thank you very much. He says, you got Nick, thoughts on Baltimore?
I liked it. It got a good vibe. Lots of shorter buildings, good food, good music. For the 4 days I spent there when I was very much younger, very, very nice 4 days.
Yeah, my grandparents lived in Baltimore, so when I was growing up, we'd go there a lot. I always liked it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never been. All right. Shadow's Nova is like, has JT tried Lebanon? I don't think. It depends what kind of Lebanon you're talking about. If you mean what the Lebanese make or what we Iraqis make, but I don't think JT's had it.
Never heard of it.
Exactly right. Chiti Matcha 1025 sent $2. Thank you very much. He says, you have to try New Orleans gumbo. We had an entire bit on this where I thought it was I called it something stupid.
Fake, yeah.
I loved it. Loved listening to that.
Gotta get Hakeem some glumpo.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. book recommendations about Laos. There's very few, but there is one. Oh fuck! There's one. It's called Laos
You are
Social.
so impressive. Like, are you gonna think from the top of your head a book recommendation on Laos? Much love to our comrades from Laos, but like that is so niche. How do you have from the top? Not genuinely, I'm from the bottom of my heart. I'm saying this as a compliment. How the fuck do you, from the top of your head, have a book recommendation about no, just genuinely draw to the
It's
floor
a,
every single fucking time? It's fucking wild. Like, have you read every book that's ever been written? Like, at one point, like, you will have read everything. Like, I don't know how. It's
dude,
absolutely amazing.
I've
It's
done
a
the math.
pleasure to have you as a friend, genuine.
I've actually done the math, and it disappoints me how little reading I could get done in a single lifetime. And like,
Of
with,
course,
like,
he's done the
yeah.
of course he's done the math about how big of a chunk of all books ever written he's gonna be able to read. Of
Oh my
course,
god.
I mean,
Yeah,
of
dude,
course,
I've done it on my own.
that's what
I've
a
done it on
normal
my
person
own.
does. You know that.
But yeah, anyways. So yeah, the book is called Laos Socialism in Practice. It was published recently, and there are PDFs online, by the way. Yeah, so you can check that out, basically. All right. What is your
Oh my
favorite?
God.
Somebody has said something about quote of Lenin. What is the funniest Lenin quote you can think of? My favorite one is the one in is like, oh, all these quote unquote Marxists have now become no, all the Philistines have become Marxists. Don't laugh, something like that. I don't remember the exact quote, but the way he just writes, "Don't laugh." It always makes me he's such a fucking shit poster. I love him.
That's what I always tell people who ask, like, "Oh, theory's boring. I don't want to read theory." I'm like, no, it's not really. Like, Lenin is hilarious. He's a salty little boy.
Yeah.
And it's
Dude, what about fucking Marx? He just dunks on
Yeah.
people. I love it. Engels too. Engels is he's cheeky. I love it.
Yeah.
Mao is very, like, you know, he insults people without directly insulting them. Like he has like really highbrow insults. Stalin's just very to the point. Guevara's funny. Guevara writes. He's a funny dude. I remember he would talk. He's like, oh, you know, the shipments of Soviet bricks that do the thinking for us. So he's talking about all the fucking economic textbooks that the Soviets would be sending to Cuba. But yeah. Comrade Internet says apparently Iraq has developed a series of computers in the 80s called the Warqa. Any thoughts on this? Iraq had a space program in the 80s, and we developed like ICBMs, like native ICBMs and shit. Iraqi technology was fucking, like, for a sanctioned country and all that. We did some pretty good stuff. It's a shame that you know, it's no longer there. But hey, in the future we'll return. Anyways, but Hakeem, do you have an opinion on biting off your toenails and chewing on them? Kill yourself. I'm sorry.
That's his professional medical opinion.
No, but okay, seriously. Obviously, I don't do that, especially not on the toes. But like, probably 1,000 years ago, we just chewed off our nails. Probably that's how we got rid of them.
No, they use knives. There are other ways. There are other ways to fucking do it. Right, yeah.
But like, it's bad for my teeth, right? That's the worst. And obviously the bacteria if my hands aren't like very well washed.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. All right, Kapapama check. I remember your fucking name, and I fucked it up last time too. All right, $10. Thank you very much. He says, just re-entered the ranks of the employee. Thanks for a more militant worker mindset. Very happy for you, Heavy. Just don't work too hard. Work just the bare minimum that you can to keep your job, but also not tire yourself out.
Quiet quit.
There you go. Let's fucking go. All right. I think that's it. All right. Very important. Can't Hakeem Depke? I cannot. I can do Chobi, which is like the national Iraqi one, but I'm still not very good at it. I have the fucking rhythm of a fucking
orangutan.
I don't know, of a dead frog, basically. That's the yeah. I can twitch lightly. I'm the only Arab that has no fucking, you know. Right? I can't sing well. I can't fucking dance. I'm the only one. So.
Sounds like you need your own Disney movie where you learn to sing and dance.
Yeah, basically. See, this you got me. Can you know the shit you says, like, oh, people ask you, look at Hakeem, thoughts on the Myanmar-Cuba relations of 1997? I don't fucking know. I don't. And this is what I hate when you're a Marxist. When you say you don't know about the shit, then people are like, oh, see, you don't have the fucking answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love how when you got to that contradiction, you said, okay, then I will have to actually read everything so that they cannot win this small argument against me. You know, you went the full.
Oh, fuck.
Man,
All right.
hard.
I think. All right. There is a single one of a single super chat left. Read it and then we'll be done. Yosuwan sent 69 of some I think that's Saivat, I think. He says, have been to Laos's capital, Venetian, cool city. All right. Well, we will hopefully shall also make our way there someday, and then we'll
Or
report back.
like Hakim's gonna read like every book about like every corner of every street of that city, and then he will have it memorized in his head, and like a 3D print version of it constantly lives inside of his brain. Basically, the
There
whole
you
planet can be condensed in his brain. And if one day the
I will be
rains
the
of fire upon our planet, we should just take Hakim's brain and put it in a jar, and it's basically going to contain all the information of the world for the future generations once they start exiting the bunkers. And there's going to be a little Hakim robot starting to teach everybody everything, and that is how we end up establishing communism in the long run.
There you go. Like I said, I will be the planning commission. Anyways,
I see a comment
There
there
you
that someone is very, very interested. They've mentioned this several times about what diapers we use. I ask my wife. It's we don't use. We have some of the reusable ones, but we use them just for burp cloths because that's honestly what they're good for. We have like some. I think they're bamboo-based, like disposable ones, so they're very sustainable to the extent that you can be sustainable with that sort of thing.
lovely. And Jabba said that they like frogs. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. When you're a frog, of course you're gonna like frogs.
Exactly right. Yeah. I like that there's no internal self-hate, frog hatred. Be
Absolutely.
proud of your frogness.
As a great Bulgarian singer once said, Vasco Žabata na kitarata.
That
I'm not
frog
even going
video.
to explain. It's the frog absolute epidemic type of meme that started here, and everybody's joking like, literally thousands of years of history, and we couldn't unite under one country. But Vasco Žabata sviri na gitarata, which is literally a song about a frog is playing a guitar for you, and the bear is singing the song. That is the song. Like, and it's has managed to unite the entirety of the Balkans under its beautiful froggy banner. So yeah,
Very wholesome.
there you go.
Yeah.
Very wholesome.
And hold on, sorry.
Less frogs. Frogs objectively good, except the weird ones that give birth through their stomach. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that fucking crazy ass fucking mama frog that keeps all her eggs inside of her skin?
No.
And then all of a sudden the skin starts popping and they start coming out of like hundreds of holes in her skin.
That's whack.
It is literally the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
That's what it is.
Oh
I
my
was-
god,
I
I'm
was
now
gonna
itchy
say-
all over. Oh lord.
The last statement. Somebody actually put in the appropriate title of the book. It was Project Land is the head title of that book on Laos. Life in a Low Socialist Model Village. That's the one.
Well done.
So that's the book to recommend. Anyways, now we are done. Oh, fuck, somebody. Okay. $5. Thank you very much. E6I201. Hakim's gonna crucify me for this, but I listened to Exercising a Demon. I didn't really like it, to be honest. I'd rather listen to Existential. Okay, you know what? This stream is fucking ending now. I won't even acknowledge your fucking comment. I'm teasing. You can listen to whatever you like. All right. Thank you, everybody, for the lovely stream today. We had a great time. Watching fucking JT demolish was.
I'm getting
was
wrecked.
Absolute pleasure.
This is the
This is the first time you're actually kicking ass at a fucking video game you're playing. Well, oh no, in Smash you were great as well. Actually, you were great in Battlefield 1 as well. I don't know why you were
I was
so
getting wrecked
self-critical.
there, but yeah,
Somebody
Roller
said,
Drum is
oh,
the type of game where there's a little bit of a learning curve, but then you feel like you're so good at video games once you get the hang of it. Highly recommend it.
Somebody said that they met a Iraqi girl and they want to know, like, they'd like to date her. What should I advise? I'd make her kleche. There you go. That's the way to an Iraqi person's heart. The date cookie. But anyways, thank you everybody for the lovely super chats, for all the great questions that you had. There will be many, many more episodes. Oh my lord. Is there anything you think capitalism and feudalism does better than socialism? I guess unnecessary abundance and diversity, possibly, but
Yeah.
even then with appropriate planning that could be recreated.
Absolutely. And automation, yeah.
There you go. So yeah, when's the next stream coming? It will be in next month. We do these lives once a month, right?
Monthly. Yep.
I forget. But yeah. All right, boys.
All right, gang.
We love everybody.
There's October live stream for a reason, my love.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
I
so
forget.
cute.
I forget.
No, they are cute as well. Like, it's right in their fucking face, I love our listeners. I'm kidding. Even you, Bulgaria commenter. Now I feel bad. You're fine. We're coming from a good place. I'm sorry. Yeah, Hakeem, please.
Yes, we love all of you. We have a bunch of exciting episodes coming up for you guys. And yeah, thank you for coming and joining us on this lovely little Saturday evening. Have a great day or morning or night or whatever else.
That's right.
Remember to hydrate.
Love
Yes, hydrate. Don't chew your toenails.
Please don't. That's disgusting.
All
right.
Yeah.
We'll leave you with
don't
our...
Google the frog.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, the birth frog. Yeah, don't do that. That's
yeah.
nasty. All right. We're out. We'll leave you with our intro music. We love you all. Goodbye.